morning, people. Am I the wrong? I'm right, dog. Good morning. Sorry, my words everywhere. Good morning, people. It is Thursday, the 25th of January. Welcome to TDA, the day after. Your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, the one you love to hate, your favorite shade queen and always will be, to the glory of God, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Amen. And always will be, man. Always will be. Brent, are you in the studio today?
I am. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning,
Good morning,
True
Sarah.
Dogs.
Why do you call her Sarah?
Sarah.
Sarah Velli?
No, it's
Is it S-A-R-A?
Hananik.
Might be Sarah, actually.
Hananik.
Sorry, girl. Sarah's a very dramatic people. Someone like with Sarah, with Sarah.
Yeah,
Okay.
This one's a lovely one. I think she's an ally.
It's my mom's name as well.
I wonder if it is that she's with a black man.
Okay.
Right.
Do you love us, baby?
Do you love us?
Morning, True Dogs.
Some of those true dogs.
Yeah. He keeps on getting on to me whenever we're late.
So, this morning was my fault. There was some technical situations. Technical situation was me wanting to get shit off my heart. So, there's that.
Good morning, Ma08. Good morning, Teddy Tibbs.
Morning, Teddy Tibbs.
Good
I like that
morning,
name.
Mirrored Semra.
Sound like an R&B producer. Teddy Tibbs.
Teddy Tibbs, yeah. Good morning, Cindy A. Good morning, Purple Hells. Hells, sorry.
I was going to say owls.
I thought it was Halls. Sounds like Power.
Hells. Powwow.
Purple Hells. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Christopher.
Morning,
Good morning,
BOE.
Antonia Hansen. Good morning, Life of BOJ. Good morning, Imi. Good morning, Star Crew. Good morning, Quarshi T. Good
Morning, y'all.
Oyen B. Good morning, Abby Apaya.
Apia.
Good morning, Ruby Tuesday. Did that used to be Ruby
Why that's a
Wednesday?
pretty name? Ruby Wednesday.
Did it used to be Ruby Wednesday? I don't know.
Well, she's Tuesday today. Love that for you, sis.
All right, that is it.
Morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. How are we doing in this room?
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
I really like my hoodie.
I was going to say that, you know.
It's so
I was
nice.
actually going to say that in the intro.
Thank you. It brings out the colour. I feel like I look lighter today. Or is it just all the serum that I spent £200 on? But I do feel like it's giving. It's got like a little glow to it. Anyway.
I like the nice brushed, the colour plus the brushed.
Thank you.
brushed
It's just really
feel.
nice.
Mm.
I really like it. Thank you, Brent.
Oh my
All right.
goodness. I have a oh sorry, y'all haven't introduced yourself.
We did all that. It's over to you.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I
all
have a little fun thing that somebody sent in.
Okay.
Or
We like a bit of
added me
fun.
on X. All right, here you go. Very simple.
Mm.
Bang. One has to go, and the entire catalogue.
Easy.
She said Chris Brown. Chris Brown. That's it. You Chris Brown. Just go and say it. Go and say it.
Do you know what the thing is?
It's Chris Brown, isn't it?
I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
As soon as I looked up, I was going to say Usher. Because, Usher,
Were you actually gonna say Usher?
I was 100%.
Yeah, people.
then
I don't want to
obviously
see that concert.
Do you know what the thing is? I feel like, and again, this may sound blasphemous,
Yeah.
but I feel like Usher, I don't think he's only got, I feel like he's only got one solid body of work. I'll be honest with you.
This is crazy.
I'll be honest with you.
It's wild.
First album was like 2 good songs on there. Like songs that's like, cool. If I put this album on,
Yeah.
I will listen to.
Let me
This
go
is,
with
but
the
this is like
albums.
his first album. This is when he was with Diddy in it. It's like 94 or something, right?
You know that's a swear word now.
Second album, My Way. That's a solid album.
That's a solid
100%.
album.
What's the third album?
It's
Is it
8701.
8701?
That's the solid album.
8701.
8701.
Then there's
That's a
Confessions.
good album. You know what? Maybe I was wrong, you know.
I think it's
But after that,
I'll be honest with you.
when he started doing all the modern sound and stuff, I'm not interested.
you know, it's so funny because the first album, there's actually only 2. You know when you go on Apple or Spotify and there's star,
You see?
there's actually only 2 stars.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to take out, and I'm definitely going to get cooked for this, but when have I ever cared about being cooked? I'm taking out Prince. I don't know no Prince song outside of Purple Rain.
Yeah, I'm taking out Cat Williams.
I don't know no Prince song. I hear that Prince is great. Love that for him. Rest his soul in that. But I don't know any Prince songs. Michael Jackson, I know. Usher, I know. Chris Brown, I know and love. So, yeah, man. For me, I'm sorry, Prince gotta go, man.
I understand.
Yeah. Brent?
Yeah, it's Cat Williams for me.
Okay. You stop calling Cat Williams because I'm Pam.
Can I ask you though, yeah? Obviously, as the biggest fan of Chris Brown.
Oh, yes.
Objectively.
I'm such an Agbayo. Look how happy I was. Like, yes.
Objectively, yeah. How
Objectively.
many solid bodies of work has he got? I don't mean half the album's good.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you know, it's like giving us 47 like albums with 46 songs. Like,
what I'm
bro,
saying?
be for real. Okay, objectively, let me go through his albums. Hold on. Objectively, I could actually give you 3, you know.
Solid albums.
Okay, for one, the Fame album slaps.
Okay.
That's got Deuces, that's got No BS, that's got Look at Me Now. That one, that's a solid album.
Okay.
I would say that. Fame is a solid one. I'm thinking about the early ones, the Chris Brown one. Yeah, man, that's got Say Goodbye, that's got Poppin', that's got Ain't No Way, that's got Give Me That, that's Running. That's when he was running the radios. That's got Yo, Excuse Me Miss. Still waiting for a guy to say that to me. I would say 3, but again, you gotta remember I'm a Chris Brown fan.
Yeah.
But then there's some Chris Brown ones that I don't look at. But also though, for me, Solid will be different to someone who's not a Chris Brown fan.
This is it. Yeah.
Who listens to Chris Brown on the radio.
Yeah.
Because for me, Solid, even the one with Tiger, that's a good album. Yeah. I would say he's got a few solid. I think the solidness or solidity stopped, for me personally, I think after 2015, man, I hate to say it. After
long ago?
Royalty. No, because you know he releases so many songs. Because it's Chris Brown, I'm always going to listen to them anyway. When I say solid, I mean like, it's like songs here and there, like, I haven't liked like a full body of work
That's what I get.
since 2015, since the 2015 Royalty album. The other ones has been like, there's been bits I like and stuff, but the other albums, like I can listen to it from start to finish. And and that's when he started doing 45, 46, Heartbreak on a Full Moon, yeah. That flipping hat, look, I'm still scrolling. 57 songs.
What do you mean?
57 songs. It's a 3 hours and 18 minutes. It's an album.
What?
Had an extended version and all sorts. Indigo as well, 42 songs. So, Sir, and then he had one with Young Thug, and that was 13. But even with that, it was nice. But I think the Tiger one was, he and Tiger do something great. Breezy, 35.
That's ridiculous.
And then 11-11, they had 11. No, we didn't. I thought 11-11 was going to have 11. 22. And I'm just realizing I didn't even listen to that one. So, yeah. There was a time when he just started releasing music as if he couldn't afford rent. It was crazy. Rent was due.
Do you think these things have occurred because we're now in a streaming era? Because you know, back in the day, like, surely you ain't going to put a CD on and see bloody 55 show up on there.
Yeah, I think the streaming era as well. And I think also because a lot of artists, I don't know if Chris Brown is still signed or if he's independent now. Okay. But you know, like with labels, that there was a politics thing. And I think that you get to a point in your career where the politics, you don't have to play to the politics of the label anymore. And I think that's when we started seeing long songs like that. Because Drake does that as well, part 1, part 2, part 3. Sir. So I think there's certain artists that they get to a certain level and they're bursting with so much music that becomes a thing where I'm not playing to the politics anymore. Do you get what I mean? Even like J. Cole. Like J. Cole releases music that he likes. And of course J. Cole is great, so I'm going to like it too. But he really, like, he stopped playing to the politics, so I'm trying to get on radio, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this. When you get to a certain point, like, that's why he released Forest Hills Drive. That album has no features whatsoever. Label said you're moving mad. And that was the album that's got him the 5-time platinum and all that kind of stuff. Because he was like, this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it. And I put it out and here we are. Do you get what I mean? So I do think the streaming makes it easier. Because I found out the other day as well, I was going to report on it, but I just couldn't bother. But what's it called? Nicki Minaj, she released her album. But for some reason, she thought when she releases the album, she can be adding more songs to it rather than releasing an extended version.
Okay.
But I think she's been on Billboard or something like that she's like consistently number one or something like that, right? So obviously releasing more songs will mean that you stay at number one. But they were like, that's not how the rules are. So Sis was on Spaces acting shocked. But it's like, what's your team for if they don't let you know that you have to release you have to release the same album but call it extended and whatnot, and then add the new songs on. But I do think streaming is what has made that. But I like that though because it's more accessible.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like maybe the songs have become a bit more throwaway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because especially with TikTok and stuff like that now, some people are just trying to make a TikTok song. They just want a song to trend.
There you go.
And that's because there's a lot of songs that people will say to me, you've heard. I'm like, I promise you, I don't know what that song is. I don't know the artist. I don't recognize the name. I don't recognize the name of the song. But then when they play, I'm like, oh, that TikTok sound. But I don't know beyond the 15 seconds I've heard on TikTok. So is that doing anything?
And I think also because of the amount of money that I think these artists are now reliant on to come from streaming. Because obviously record label deals are not like they were 10, 20 years ago. So I think this is why they just put out music. So the more people listen, even if you don't like it long term, you go to it.
But streaming don't pay like that though, because I think for that isn't like $1 million. If you get like 1 million streams, it might be like
like
$6,000 or something like that.
It's even less than that.
Yeah,
Less than that. But this is what I'm saying. This is why I think they put out so much.
But I feel like people are playing the game wrong. What you need to be doing is getting your songs in films and stuff. That's what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Like that will go because Nicki Minaj had a song in Barbie with what's that one that looks like Drake that people thought was Drake's child? Curly hair. It's like a clown wig. What's her name?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. That's it. Beautiful hair though. Love a ginger girl. But yeah, so her, like people thought so she and Nicki Minaj got a song that's a Barbie song, went off. I added to my playlist on account and I was like, oh, this is a nice song. And then Megan Thee Stallion has got one. What film came out the other day? Mean Girls. She's got some. I feel like going the music route, and then obviously Thames and all them other people had Rihanna and them had with Black Panther. I feel like that will help you with your streams differently, and you chart like I feel like it's kind of like a cheat code. Obviously, music has to slap to be in film. But it must be tricky, man, being a music artist these days. Like I don't feel like people are making music because they actually like it. It feels like you have to, even if you have that love. Unfortunately, you always kind of like podcasts. Yeah. You kind of see, well, not like podcasts, so see comparison, but you kind of see people get to a point where they're not really enjoying what they're doing because you have to play this game. But again, you have to remember why it is that you're doing things.
This is it. Yeah.
Because I ain't got no games in me, child. But
it's so funny looking at this poll because I could see it live, right?
Yeah.
And it's just moving between Chris Brown and Prince. Chris Brown and Prince.
Really?
Chris Brown and Prince.
It's on Twitter or on Apple?
No, this is on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a poll.
Uncultured people. No, but I hear it though. Because I just haven't listened to Prince and I think it's an age thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you had thrown in J. Cole in there, dare I say...
I don't think it's just an age thing.
Michael Jackson would have left.
I think if
He would.
if Emmanuel gives you 5 Prince songs to listen to, and you give him 5 Chris Brown songs to listen to, this is the wrong question. I've done it wrong. I've butchered this. If he gives you 5 Prince songs, it's not going to stack up to the vibe you would get from Chris Brown. Obviously makes sense because you don't even like Prince anyway.
Yeah, but with Prince, but the thing is, I can, you know when you can, what'd you say?
I have to retire this question.
Yeah, you just slowly recline back. But you know, like, you know when you can recognize someone is a great artist?
Yeah.
But I just don't know why. Like, not that I don't know why, like, I haven't tapped into why. Is that Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
I think Kendrick is sick. And I can see that he's sick. I understand that he's so talented. But I'm not a, what do you call people? Lamar fan? I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan.
I've got it. Name 5 great songs of Prince for Esther, Manuel.
Obviously, Purple Rain.
See where he goes for?
Yeah. The only one I knew.
Because that is the most commercial one. I like Tevin Campbell remade that.
Oh, that's the oh.
It's a six,
I thought you wanted to say for effect.
No.
There's actually called shh.
Yeah.
There's one I see people do like this little stanky leg too.
Which one?
I can't remember. I feel like I'm thinking of Blackish because Blackish had a memorial or a tribute episode, and there was also like Prince songs and whatnot in there. So there's a Prince song I remember, but I can't remember it.
What I'm trying
when doves, huh?
Yeah, sorry, when doves cry. Yeah, what I'm trying to basically point out or highlight is he loves him because he's a great artist. He's like one of those rock legends.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't do flipping rock. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Oh,
he was a rock star.
That is even alleged.
Alleged,
Yes, because Prince could do anything.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing, because I've seen videos of like his performances and stuff like that. I'm seeing the women throw their bras and stuff. I mean, I'd be really for Prince is gay.
I keep on having this conversation with him every few
I've
years.
heard things.
He swears blind. And I thought, look,
I think that man.
Nah, he's not, man.
At least
I'll be honest with you, I've seen
went a couple ways.
I've seen some word on road things. I just never brought to the table. I do a lot of reading about things, and allegedly, I like what he liked. Unless it's Prince's child in there.
No, Von is saying some gems right now. Most beautiful girl in the world. You've definitely heard that song.
That's because Von is a Prince fan, unlike
fan,
you.
The Diamonds and Pearls.
Okay.
I've not listened to Prince in years.
This is what I'm saying.
But I've not listened to Usher in years. This is why I went straight for Usher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'll struggle. This is why I kind of only remember the first 3-4 albums. After that, I don't know Usher songs. You know what I'm saying? So
I do think as well, even with that, when we say that, streaming has made it difficult to take music in. I'll be honest with you, I haven't sat down and listened to anyone's album like that. I haven't listened to Ashake's album. I haven't listened. I just wait for it to listen to in a mix. I listen to a lot of Afrobeat mixes, so they'll let me know.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to Nicki Minaj's album. I tried to start in the gym, but then I needed to full of pump, so I just moved right along. I've heard it's really good though. I feel like the way music comes out so much, give me a moment to breathe. I've literally feel overwhelmed by it. And when I feel overwhelmed by stuff, I just don't do it. I take a nap. So I'm taking a nap from music for the last few years now. Even as much as I love J. Cole, even when J. Cole releases music, I don't listen to it when everyone's rushing to listen to it. I listen to it in my own time.
That's exactly the same.
Because it's a lot, man. And then you have people that album come out at 12 midnight, 12:02, it's a dead album. Shut up. Have you even listened to the first track? Yeah, man. I don't know how people are artists, man. I'll be throwing mics at everyone's head. I'll be Cardi B. I'll be throwing mics at everybody's heads.
So far, the poll is 39% say Chris Brown.
Gotta go.
Yeah. 6% say Usher. Okay. 53% say Prince.
What, to leave?
And 2% say MJ.
Nah, man.
Damn. I thought Chris Brown was in the lead. 53% said Prince.
Yeah.
No, these are reminding me of these songs, you know. For that knows, Von knows. Prince. You know what the thing is also, without Prince, there is no Chris Brown.
I thought you were gonna say Usher.
No Usher too. There's no D'Angelo. There's all these legendary guys. One could even argue Michael Jackson might not have been as great as he was, man, and is.
Who was it that was friends with Prince? Oh, it's Cat Williams.
I just told
That's
you.
why I thought because of the perm.
They got the same type of vibe.
I thought because they had the same same hairdresser.
No. They talk the same too.
Yeah, they do. Actually, because Cat was talking about Prince a lot in his interview, wasn't he? Sweet. Short men sing together. Petite men. Yeah, man. The girls.
Really talented though.
I heard like the girls back in the day, they were throwing their bras, throwing their pants, like.
And the boys.
Going crazy. Okay.
And the boys.
That's fair.
And he caught all of them.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Cool. So now that must be crazy though, as an artist, like being on stage and people are throwing their pant and bra.
Wasn't it Dave Chappelle that did skits off the back of his life?
Oh, yeah, he did. Well, he done two. He did one Rick James and did the Prince one.
Yeah.
Legendary.
It's funny.
So funny.
I'm gonna check them out. That's too funny, man. I love it. Have you guys watched the Kevin Hart movie?
The latest one?
Yeah, Lift.
Not yet.
Because the reviews are not good yet, but obviously I follow Kevin Hart because I love Kevin Hart. Hi, Kevin. But what's it called? This man is posted that he's been number 1 3 weeks in a row on Netflix, and I'm like, so what's the truth? But it's like, is it number 1 because people are watching it?
See, that's the thing.
Or is it number 1? Anyway, big up Kevin Hart, man. I've heard reviews about it because basically people are trying to say that, and this is why, okay. As a creative, you cannot look to people to define what you should be doing. As in, it's too many opinions. You have to decide what you want to do and focus on that. Do you get what I mean? People have been telling Kevin Hart, that he's not funny anymore. He's not seasoned. He hasn't got range. Now he's doing Action Man. and whatnot, you are saying, oh, he's not a serious actor. Like, he just hasn't got the vibe. You need to go back to being funny. Which one is it? Imagine he's sitting there actually going off people's feedback in that way. You'll forever be confused. You never know who you are. Christopher says, that's a nice name, Christopher. Oh, even Chris Brown's namesake. That's what you're saying. But if Usher and Chris Brown's idol was Michael Jackson, what's E-Man talking about? They wouldn't be here without Prince.
Because Prince,
you're living up to that name.
Do you know what it is? Obviously, you wouldn't necessarily see the direct influence like with Michael Jackson in it. But like my argument is, I think a lot of Michael Jackson's career from about the 80s, right, wouldn't necessarily be what it was without Prince.
I've got to come
the
down
competition. Yeah, go.
When Prince died, I didn't see Michael Jackson. Sorry, I didn't. No, Michael Jackson was obviously I would never see Michael Jackson. Anyway, when Prince died, I didn't see Chris Brown or Usher breaking down on the stage. Did you see the way Chris Brown cried when Michael Jackson died?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I was like, oh, baby. It was so... Jamie Foxx had to go up there. They had to carry him off the stage. He didn't even start the song, Brent.
That's how it goes?
What?
Oh, baby.
No,
I said, oh, baby.
I said, oh, baby.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Does he have a song like that?
No. He says baby a lot.
Baby.
No, I don't know. You're singing.
All right,
You're
cool.
singing Prince. You get me? So I don't know. I mean, I hear what Christopher's saying. Maybe...
No, the influence is definitely not the same.
Okay, maybe Prince inspired Michael Jackson.
100%.
Then Michael Jackson went on to inspire Usher and
That's what I'm
I was
saying.
going to say E-Man.
No, because Prince was like...
Was it before Michael Jackson?
No, it's the same sort of time. But Michael Jackson started earlier.
So how the hell did Prince inspire Michael Jackson?
No, because they got to a time... No, because Michael Jackson started a lot earlier in terms of age. Like, Michael Jackson started with the Jackson 5, innit?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then when he got to, let's just say, about 20 years old,
yeah,
then Prince has come in. And so the 80s, they're going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But prior to that, Prince wasn't a child star. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
So he didn't
inspire Michael Jackson then? Michael Jackson was in the game before.
No, I'm not saying inspired him to become a musician. I'm just talking about in terms of the competition during
Oh, yeah, but they
their
inspire
reign.
everybody.
No, but their thing was back and forth.
MJ had competition?
Prince.
Serious?
100%.
Right.
100%.
I'm going to present this when our MJ correspondent gets back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But now, man, it's...
Prince was even meant to be in a couple of...
Before you're going to say Jackson 5, I say you're doing too much.
No. I think Prince was meant to be in Michael Jackson's Bad video.
Oh, is it?
As like the villain in that video, yeah.
Did he make it?
Some stuff happened. It was funny. But yeah.
No, it is interesting. But I can't believe the greats are just dying like that. Sometimes I forget that Whitney Houston died.
Some of them got killed, man.
Her entire lineage basically is dead. Except her mum now. Her daughter died as well. In the same way she died.
Sad.
Scary. And then her poor mum is just there grieving her daughter and her granddaughter. And when she passes away, now that's it. Sad, man. Very, very sad. Anyway.
All right, so before we...
You know she was dating Ray J when she died?
Who, Michael Jackson?
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Oh.
Idiot. Then again, did Ray J ever go to Neverland? What was that amusement park called? Sorry, you're going to say? What's the poll?
42% say Chris Brown. 6% say Usher.
Okay,
51% say Prince. And now it's 1% say MJ.
We're revoking the votes.
No, it's not. It's just more votes are coming in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's always interesting with music, man. It's very subjective. That's why Ja Rule told you guys to stop talking about him. I mean, he told you music's subjective. But, you know.
Would you deem Mos Def as a legend, Emmanuel? And if so, why?
No, I wouldn't call him a legend. Because I reserve labels like that for a small group of people.
But you call Nas a legend, right?
Nas is the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
He has to be a legend. Without Nas, there's no rap.
Yeah. Here we go.
There's no rap music today.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
There's no Kendrick. There's no J. Cole. There's no
J. Cole does tell you
Jay-Z as
that.
you know it today. Huh?
J. Cole does tell you that. Like, he loves Nas. He had a whole song talking about he let Nas down.
You know what I'm saying?
When he tried to go commercial, Nas come and said, hey, don't you ever do that again.
This is
He
it.
said, I'm very sorry, sir.
Precisely.
He never did it again. Nas is fine, though. What a beautiful man. Beautiful man. He and Nicki Minaj were cute together. That was the time.
All right, fair enough.
Look at all the black men, man. You all are just so beautiful. They can never make me hate you. They can never make me hate black men.
Sarah said amen.
Amen. Amen, sis. All right. Anyways, we've got a packed show today. Let's get into our first headline. You're a villain, you know. You're an actual villain.
I've got an agenda. Finance says Most Def is defo a legend.
You know what? Before we move on, yeah. Finan, tell me why he's a legend, yeah. Because I'll give you Black on Both Sides. Sick album. Most Def's his debut album. But I'll give you the Black Star album, the first Black Star album of Talib Kweli. But after that, what's he done to be like to have legendary status in hip hop?
People aren't hungry and thirsty anymore for the music, and I think that's part of the problem.
And this, by the way, I love Mos Def, you know. Like, I think sick actor as well. I really like him, right? But in terms of being a legendary rapper, I'm not too sure if he's got the body of work, man. But anyway.
What's kidding me? I don't even know who we're talking about. I'm so engaged. Yeah.
All right, so first headline, and this is pretty much like an update on our discussion yesterday, Brent. When we were talking about conscription, and everyone seemed to be getting scared of, you know, potentially being called up to fight for Britain.
Well, they're going to take the podcasters first.
Well, not us, but the average, you know, Joe out there.
I think they should leave black people alone. Watch everyone get renewed their passports to get back home now. Hell no.
But yeah, man, because of all of that, everyone discussing and whatnot, Downing Street has been forced to rule out conscription after the head of the army warned that British civilians would need to fight Russia in a future war.
What the hell?
Yeah. We discussed this all yesterday. Apparently, he was basically saying everyone needs to change their mind, like, and really prepare
for war.
For war in the next 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But like, is it one of those ones they're gonna leave the women behind?
I think. I don't know.
Now we need a female bread. Because I will carry TD along. There you wear, guys. Because me and Gina will be right here.
But yeah, General Sir Patrick Sanders said that the UK needed a military that could not only expand rapidly, but also train and equip a citizen army. He stressed that the army, which is predicted to have just 72,500 fully trained soldiers by 2025, would not be big enough to fight an all-out war with Russia, even if it numbered 120,000. Defence sources previously told the Telegraph that General Sir Patrick wants there to be a shift in the mindset of British men and women in which they think like troops and are mentally prepared for a possible war with Russia. On Wednesday, yesterday, the Prime Minister's official spokesperson said Downing Street did not agree with Sir Patrick's views. Asked about the possibility of conscription, he said, the British military has a proud position of being a voluntary force. As I say, there is no plan for conscription. So no one needs to be scared, man. The spokesperson also said it was unhelpful to debate whether Britain was strong enough to fight Russia in the event of a war. Went on to say, I think these kind of hypothetical scenarios talking about a conflict are not helpful, and I don't think it's right to engage with them. Also said, adding that the government had invested significant sums into our armed forces. It's understood that Number 10 did not want General Sir Patrick's comments to be made public.
It's funny.
Interesting.
Anyone, if you don't believe Rishi Sunak, you believe to be drafted, you will deserve being drafted at war.
This man's gonna be out of a job in 6 months.
Okay, exactly. And how many times do they change? Do they change what they say? They go wherever the wind blows. Being drafted by war or for war under duress is wild.
It's crazy.
I don't want to be alive for another war. I'll be honest. I can't deal with that stress. And I know it sounds very privileged because there's wars going on all over the world. And
it's not here though, isn't it?
I apologize, I guess. But because you know people get all
Yeah, it's true.
But they're probably the same people that are scared to fight for Russia.
This is true.
But you know. But yeah, it just feels very draining. It looks like a lot.
It's mad, man.
When I hear stories from people that were alive during the war, I just think, oh, honey, it's a lot.
Do you remember like any war films that come to mind?
Not one. I don't watch stuff like that. I think I remember Boy with the Striped Pajamas, but that's about the concentration camp and stuff like that, I think.
I've never heard of that.
I think that was when I was in school, though.
Okay.
But no, I don't watch war-torn things, unless it's one of those... there's a film called Dear John, right? I love it so much. But it's just Channing Tatum
Oh,
he's in the army. So he just sent a letter to his lover. That's the kind of war films I watch, where there's a couple, beautiful couple, because you know I love a love story, and then the man goes to war. That's as warrior as I get.
Did he come back?
Of course he comes back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Actually, did he? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Wait a minute, they're John.
Yeah.
So who's John?
Channing Tatum.
Okay, so it's not the receiver of the letters.
He's the sender of the letters.
Okay. No,
Can you imagine?
It just came back to me.
That question threw me off as well, you know. That's like, wait a minute. Where's this conversation going? Yeah, so Dear John, because she's always writing to him, Dear John, Dear John, Dear John, kind of thing.
Oh, nice one.
I can't remember if he died or not. I can't remember.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, it's a film. It'll be all right. But I've always said as well, like, if your child wanted to go to war, obviously not your precious little girl, let's say you have a boy. I feel like war is more men's thing. I will be misogynistic about that. I think it's more suited to men. Do you know what I mean? But if your son wanted to go to war, like, want to join the army, would you let your son join the army?
Depends for what country, number one.
Yeah, here.
Here? No, I wouldn't. The reason why I'm kind of hesitating is because I see benefit in the army in terms of just discipline and the things that can come from just training with the army.
Yeah, but I do that.
No, it's not the same. Going like and training with them.
To be fair, it's different. Cause my uncles were in the army, fought Iraq, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Two of them, yeah.
They're serious guys, isn't it?
Oh, they're very.
See what I'm saying?
You can't tell those men, yeah. Whenever we invite them to the house, if we're like, oh, if they say they're gonna be at our house at 1 p.m. 12:59.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
They never, and obviously you've got the family members that when they say 1 o'clock, they're like, they're coming at 3 o'clock. They are so disciplined and so regimented, and so even my granddad was a colonel. Yeah, he was in the Nigerian army. The big boss and everything.
See what I'm saying?
So like, and my granddad was very like that as well. Very disciplined. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's why I'm the way I am.
See?
Because he was a retired colonel. Wow. Literally, that's what he used to call me, Colonel Ajala. That was his name. Yeah, like very disciplined. When they say they're like, my granddad, if he says this time is this time, and he's very big on integrity, like literally, that's why I'm how I am.
There you go.
I never thought that.
This is why I think the army would be good, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of going fighting and dying potentially, nah.
Yeah, man.
Relax.
Relax.
Definitely not.
Brent, would you?
No. I said I'll go to jail. I'll fight these police officers coming to try and take me. I'm not fighting for this country. What kind of nonsense is that? I don't even like this country.
You know what's kidding me? Like, I can actually wait them at the door, yeah. Brent's like, don't
100%. 100%. Can you imagine you telling me to go and fight for this land? This land.
Then you land you would fight for? Would you fight for Trinidad?
If I was in Trinidad and 100%.
But if they said, I was going to say, they said that people,
it depends.
To come back.
Depends.
I was going to say, you got a new black.
It depends. Because if the cause is just,
okay,
then cool. But the idea of
it's for greed. Sorry,
fighting in the manner in which it is that we know people do,
for
off the back of lies, I can't subscribe to that.
It's true, man.
I can't subscribe to that.
But Brent, can't you make an argument that anything is just lies?
Yes.
So then that means you just won't be fighting.
I'll fight for Jesus.
I'll fight for Jesus.
I'll die for Jesus.
I'd actually die for Jesus. Because the best way to die.
He said that if I die for him,
I'm eternity with him.
This is it. Even if it is that this isn't true, I believe it.
Exactly, and that's peace enough for me.
Yeah, but what does fighting for Jesus look like?
No, Christians get killed all the time.
Yeah, but what I mean is like,
so they start recruiting and say we need some backup.
Yeah, but all right, but who's they? You know what I'm saying?
Christians.
Like, Jesus didn't part the call. So which pastor are you?
No, it's not pastor. It's the people. I'm fighting for my fellow believers. You are such a heathen, you know. Why'd you laugh like that? He had one believers, he laughed.
The thing is,
we
fight people for less.
Bro. I fought people for Nella Rose. And you don't think I'm gonna fight for Christ, my mighty Savior?
Yeah, somebody spits too close to our foot.
Can you imagine? Morning, caller.
Morning.
Good morning, people.
Sally, I love you.
Good morning.
Morning, Sally.
Man.
How are you, babes?
How's everyone? Can you hear me?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Fantastic. I'm very well, thank you.
Good stuff.
I discovered something after the call yesterday.
Okay.
You know, our prisons are quite full up.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to jail, man.
Well, you just found out, Sally.
No, but remember, Sally had a break from TDA. So he never heard when we were talking about it.
Yes, Sally, they're not convicting people no more because there's no space in the prisons.
I'm telling you.
They're letting people go scot-free.
Exactly. So
I did a few crimes
because
a couple weeks ago.
the conversation that we were having yesterday, we were saying,
Allegedly.
People are going to go to prison if you're not trying to go for the draft. But obviously, there's no space in the prisons.
Oh, so yeah, that's true. What are you going to
do? Exactly. So it's either from now, they start building extra prison space to hold all these people that are not going to be going to war, or they start making these factories, the drones. You see, so they need to just come strategically.
I mean, even though Brexit happened, right? There's still a few Polish people around there. Mm-hmm. They can build the prisons, get them to build the prisons, and no, isn't it true though? Brent, don't be silent now.
What happened?
You don't want to know.
What did you say?
You don't want to know. It makes you an accomplice. You don't want to know.
You know what I'm saying? Entertainment guys.
I wasn't expecting that.
Entertainment guys. No, but basically they can still build the prisons.
No, but they can. But my thing is, I feel like if they say they're drafting for the war, I don't think that you get to just put your foot down. Like a thief in the night, they're gonna get your ass. They're gonna come and get you. Like,
for sure.
I don't think it's I'm putting my foot down. I'm not gonna open the door. You'll be forced.
But as in how?
I've come up with like 3 ideas, different ways we can force you. We come to the door, we're speaking to you, we inject you quickly, you fall asleep. When you wake up, you're in Russia. They could also inject stuff into the water.
How are they going to speak to you?
How are they going to what? Speak to
you? If they come to your house and you're not there, what happens now?
Where will you be?
Elsewhere.
Yeah, and elsewhere there's other agents that are there. They're gonna be at your workplace, at the GPs, everywhere. So when you go to Sainsbury's to get thingy, you're being recruited. Them little apples you're eating.
What about if you're not at any of those places? Not anywhere like.
Sally, where are you?
Within.
Where would you be?
Somewhere.
You have to not be in this country.
I'll be doing Bear Grylls. I'll be doing Bear Grylls. That's my plan.
That's the first thing they're gonna get you. Them poison ivies you're in.
You know what I'm saying?
Laced with crack. All of a sudden now you're in Russian army. You volunteer to go there. You'd have to leave the country, and I don't think they'll let people fly out. Because they know you're trying to escape.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't.
They won't.
They have to get back on the boats.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Sally,
Thanks,
man.
Sally.
No worries, man. Everyone have a fantastic day.
Have a lovely day, man.
Take care, man.
Bye.
All right. So, second headline. London's Metropolitan Police have arrested over a dozen people in 2 days using controversial live facial recognition technology in Croydon. People listening, please be mindful, man. Over a dozen people in 2 days, because of this live facial recognition technology, right? The operation, which took place on Saturday, the 20th of January, and Tuesday, the 23rd of January, consisted of LFR, which is the live facial recognition cameras being focused on a specific area in Croydon. And as people pass through that area, their images are streamed directly to the live facial recognition system. Ahead of the deployment, police upload images of criminals who are wanted onto a database. The technology in real time scans people's faces who are walking through an area to see if there's a match. So basically, Salah, this is the answer to your question. This is how they'll find you. You know what I'm saying? They'll put everyone's face on the system who's basically trying to escape conscription. And then whatever area you run through, you walk through, whatever, they'll just find you there. You know what I'm saying? And quickly get you.
Yikes.
As a result, people were arrested for the following. So failing to appear at court for criminal damage, theft and drugs-related offences, wanted on a recall to prison for the offence of burglary, and wanted for breach of tag conditions. So people just randomly mind their business in Croydon.
Got.
Right, wanted for these things, just walking randomly. Why are you chilling indoors?
I don't know why people do live like that.
But then again, if you're like in breach of tag, then you wouldn't want to be indoors. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll catch you. But being other indoors. Actually, can they track it?
Yeah, somebody else is indoors, isn't it?
Yeah, someone else is indoors. Can they track it and see? No, they can't track your location.
Nah.
They just know when you're not where you're meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. People that are like escaping from stuff always, because there's that saying, I can't remember what the quote is, but it's almost like a hiding in plain sight. They won't find you. No, they will find you.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're in plain sight, love. Anyway.
Yeah, man. But yeah, police reported that the operation was a direct result of listening to community concerns about serious violence and other issues like theft and criminal damage in the Croydon area. However, civil liberties groups have lambasted the scheme as dystopian.
Croydon will never beat the charges. None of the charges. Not that it's far and not that it's the ghetto. But.
For sure. And our last headline, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been branded insensitive after posing with Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who has previously said that he intends to ditch the monarchy and warned Prince William and Kate that they'll never rule the island. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were pictured with the politician on the red carpet after they flew from California to Kingston for the premiere of the new Bob Marley film, One Love. The cozy meet and greet comes as Harry's sister-in-law, Kate Middleton, recovers in hospital after abdominal surgery nearly 5,000 miles away in London, while his father, the King, was preparing for a prostate procedure. None of this stuff is relevant. But Mr. Holness, 51, has been a long-standing critic of Jamaica's relationship with the Commonwealth and the British monarchy, rightfully so, and formally announced plans for the country to become an independent republic in 2022. His grand vision is for a new constitution of Jamaica to be enacted, which would make the country a republic without a monarchy. In the past, he has suggested African and Caribbean nations should unite to demand reparations from colonial powers for the damage caused to our people. Big him up, man. But that's it for the headlines.
Thank you very much. Let's get into what you say in topic of the day.
All right, people. So this might be a bit of a controversial one. Might be a very quick one. But I want us to be very serious here.
Of course.
Okay, you know what?
Are we anything else?
This is true, right? And I want us to be honest. And if there's any callers,
Just read the question.
this applies to you as well. Be serious and be honest, right? Cultural appropriation.
Okay.
That's what today's about, right? We always talk about gatekeeping.
Yep.
And rightfully so.
And we don't do enough, yep.
And we don't, like you just said, we don't do enough. Rightfully so.
Yep.
But my question is it number one realistic? Isn't cultural appropriation just something that's just a natural process?
Yeah.
Something that just happens when people from different ethnic groups, different world views, just rub shoulders with each other, right? And link up, you know what I'm saying? Build communities based on different things. And are black people also guilty of cultural appropriation?
Yep. I told you about Sexy Red the other day.
Precisely. So why don't we have the same energy then? If we know that we're guilty of the same crime, is it right for us to kind of talk about the plank in somebody else's eye? Yeah. That's the question.
Watching the video first, or am I answering?
No, answer first, then what's it?
Yes, I think black people do cultural appropriation. But I think because black people have a lot of struggle, sometimes we think that we excuse ourselves from certain rules, and we try and mask it because we've got a lot of other struggles. But I do think we do appropriate. But I do think there's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation.
Okay.
And I do think that appropriation needs to be called out.
Okay. Even when we do it?
Yeah.
Can you think of something that we
Sexy
do?
Red. and her little Chinatown baby shower.
Is that not appreciation?
Appropriated. Because think about it on the reverse. Because that's what I always think about.
Yeah.
I always think about stuff on the reverse. It can look like fun and games, but if there was a white person who had a Nigerian themed baby shower, no link to Nigeria whatsoever. Her man is even white. It's a baby that's coming out of her is a white baby, right? Would people be like, oh, she's just appreciating the culture? There's been that conversation because obviously you know like Nigerian weddings being what Nigerian weddings are like, and there's obviously clips and whatnot, blah blah blah, whatever. Basically, people have been talking about, oh, I want to have a Nigerian wedding. They don't marry a Nigerian man.
Can you imagine?
They just want to tap into the enjoyment of the beautiful clothes we wear, the spraying and the money, da 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 da. And people have been calling them out for that because they're like, no, there's a culture and a tradition behind these things, da 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 da. So when it comes to black people, we have to. I feel like sometimes the only way to get black people to see something is to reverse it. Even when we talk about the N-word and we said about saying the N-word in songs is wild. And people are like, no, it's not. But okay, well, imagine saying you want to shoot all these Chinese people. All of a sudden now, it sounds wild. Imagine. But you're saying that about your fellow black people.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that's the only way to kind of get black people to to clock things is we've got to reverse. Okay, that's fine. If you don't think you've insulted or appropriated that culture, that's cool. But if it was reversed and they did that to your culture, how would you feel? And typically, it's never with grace.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm seeing in the chat that people think that I'm gonna start talking about M.R. Right? M.R. The white Jamaican guy.
Oh, yo.
I wasn't even thinking about him. But
For
obviously,
reasons undisclosed, we can't even talk about that.
But this particular topic of the day is inspired by a clip that Ramsey sent to me. Yeah.
Okay.
And Brent, if you don't mind, can you play that for me, please?
Ramsey?
Yes,
I
Ramsey.
refuse to.
I think Ramsey was just trolling me in it, but I saw some creativity in it. So I thought, you know what? Let's talk about this though.
Let's see what Ramsey's up to.
I'm going to scream.
Oh, people are watching this.
Yeah, so we can't get our video taken down. Because the Chinese guys getting Jerry curls.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, isn't it? Okay.
So is this what Ramsey wants to do?
Good question.
I'm just bold.
That's true. But he might get a piece first. And then... But yeah, for those...
Ramsey, if I ever see you come into the studio looking like that...
But for those who basically listening, not watching, for example, I know obviously Spotify has leveled up, so you can watch the videos.
No, we leveled up, because not everyone has that.
Oh, thank you very much for correcting me. But people who listening on basic Apple Music and Apple
I don't insult them.
Get an Android, man. Move over to Spotify. But yeah, basically, we just played a video of some people of the Chinese ethnic group, right? Putting chemicals in their hair. They went to like a hair salon, put chemicals in their hair and basically turned their hair into Afro hair, basically, right? Looking like they got like, what was it? Is it 3C, 4C?
They got out here 4C hair.
You know what I'm saying? And so the question is, obviously you know the question. So tell me your thoughts on this,
It's
please.
foolishness. It's bloody foolishness. But there is a culture though, like K-pop and that, where they love to do a whole hip-hop and do street style situations. That is absolute foolishness. That is 100% appropriation. It's not an appropriation. It's just insulting.
This.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Are
they not? Why don't we see it as flattery?
Yeah, but also, can I just say as well, I don't want anyone to call up in here talking about wigs. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to put my foot down on that one right now. Don't you dare call up. Do you know, maybe. But do you know why I know it's appropriation, actually?
Tell me why.
Maybe it was appreciating the hairstyles and stuff. That's fine. When you let Cat Williams go forth. However, is the music, is the soundtrack of the TikTok. That's why it's appropriation, because they know what it is. They know what that signifies. So you thought you'd add some kind of rap music to the background to sell it more. They could have done that with some traditional Chinese music.
But it's part of the culture. The culture, the hair, how we look, everything about us.
Did he change his clothes at the end as well? I think he did.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, no.
I think he did. I think he started wearing a hoodie after that. I don't know, man. That's true, actually. Is it appropriation?
Is it just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they not just seeing us from afar and saying, these people are amazing? I love how creative they are, the music they come out with, how they look, everything about them.
Sorry.
I want to be this.
Brent, is Bard on shift today?
Bad?
Yeah.
On shift?
Yeah. As in, is he
Wait.
willing to work?
Just ask, are you talking about AI? And you said yes.
I thought Bard was AI. I don't know these terms.
So I've got an AI,
Yeah.
and then there is bad.
No, you Bard.
I got bad.
I don't want Brent's. Brent's AI is called Brent's AI.
Okay, cool.
I'm talking about Bard, because
Yeah,
sometimes
but
Bard, you know, Bard doesn't get in the mood sometimes. As in, actual, the guy who's, whatever, I'm getting confused. Can you just ask him, please, what cultural appropriation is?
I think it's a woman, by the way.
You think Bad is a woman?
I've decided for it to be a woman.
And you named her Bad?
No, it's called Bad, but I see Bad as a woman. So
okay, fair enough.
Put things in her and then she gives me stuff. What's the question?
What is cultural appropriation? Nasty ass. Anyways, okay, do you know what? Because the way I see cultural appropriation anyway, I think that you can appreciate stuff from other culture and you can take it whatever. It's when you try to claim it as yours, that's my thing. So that hairstyle, if they've named it as what, but then it's about changing your hair texture and stuff though.
Cultural appropriation is the adoption of elements of a culture by members of another culture, often without understanding or respecting the original cultural context. It can happen in various ways, from fashion and hairstyle to music and language.
There you go. Because kids get bullied for their hair like that. Black people get bullied for their hair being like that. But then you just want to put it on and take it off whenever you feel like it. So I don't know, man. What's Christy saying? Where's she in all of this?
She's probably still fuming.
Yeah.
Give her.
She'll calm down. Yeah.
She does in the moment.
But do you see what they did as the same as when the Kardashians were getting cornrows?
Yeah, because they... Okay, no, I don't see the same.
Okay.
Because the Kardashians got cornrows and renamed it.
Okay.
Talking about this, the Kardashian braids, or something stupid like that. And then what even pissed me off even extra, that's why we need to lock the gates. And even sometimes we have to push some black people out and then lock the gate.
Facts.
Because there's black people that were then referring to braids and cornrows as the Kardashian hairstyle. And I said, are you sick? Something Alicia Keys has been doing for all the, and everyone has been doing, we all literally came out of the womb with cornrows on our heads. And all of a sudden, Kim Kardashian's done it and now you think it's cool and so now you want to do it. How pathetic are you? So no, I see it differently because I don't know what the caption on that video was. To be fair,
there's even another one that Ramsey sent me, but it's not as I guess impactful as this. But basically, it seemed like there was an Asian guy. He went to the same salon guy, whatever, hairdresser or whatever, and basically, after doing whatever he did with his hair, got cornrows, got braids as well, looking like Drake. You know when Drake had his ones?
Oh, remember, Drake still has them.
Oh, serious?
Yeah,
Why doesn't he behave though?
That's your.
Anyway,
I don't know.
big up Drake, man, every time.
I hate that for us. I don't know if Drake's ever going to come on this platform. So, there's that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Ramsey, you did that, by the way. That is Ramsey. Actually, we just told Drake Ramsey's not part of the cast.
Exactly.
He was just a guest. I can't believe he did that. Imagine.
But when you see stuff like this, right, do you feel like, wait a minute, no, guys, we need to really gatekeep? Because you feel like maybe you see, not necessarily as a threat, but as, I don't know, people who potentially would steal these elements of our culture.
Question. How do you feel when you see white people with locks?
I don't
How do
like
Caribbean people feel about that?
The first time I saw it, I was like, oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it came with the full
look.
Yeah. And it was overemphasized.
Yeah.
Not just the hair, the entire get up.
Have you ever watched Girlfriends? No.
Probably, but not as religiously as you have.
Because there's a mixed race girl, Lynn, she's part of the cast here, and she had a younger sister because she was adopted into a white family. And her white sister wanted to be pro-black. And she just started doing that locks, had a whole dashiki on. So that's the look I get when you say it was exaggerated because they tend to just go overboard.
When you say locks, what are you talking about?
Locked hair.
Okay, so not dreadlocks.
But what's the difference between dreadlocks and locks?
I think the dreadlocks thing will come attached to, this is my flipping perception of it.
Yeah.
It comes attached to the culture of...
Oh, Rasta culture.
Yeah. That's for me. That's for me though. That may not be for everybody, but that's for me. That's dreadlocks.
You get them hippies.
Is that the hips? Yeah. But then if someone's who's not Rasta has, is it offensive to say Rasta? It's not, is it?
No.
Yeah. So someone who's not Rasta has locks. Do you see that as locks then? But when it's Rastas, you see Rastafarians, you see as dreads.
I even have a problem. Like I said, I don't know if I'm chatting crap.
Yeah.
But when it looks like dreadlocks from a Rastafarian, I don't even like it when black people who don't basically practice the culture
have it.
Have it.
But so is dreadlocks like is dreads like J. Cole and Jay-Z?
I guess that's all kind of...
I'm trying to think, what's the difference between dreadlocks and locks?
Ebony, can you call it, please?
Because my hairstyle is faux locks. Because it's...
I don't know. I think maybe dreads might encompass all of it, though, innit? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like people who are like Rastafarians. It's not a bloody a fashion statement where they're like singling out the locks and you know what I'm saying. Okay. It's just allow the hair to grow how it is.
So this just reminded me. Actually, I'm not even appropriating. I just thought, just in case someone brings it up, I was actually born with locks. My natural hair was locked, and it has to get shaved off and whatnot.
As in, your natural hair look like Jay-Z?
Don't be stupid. Nobody looks like
I'm trying to picture.
You're laughing a bit too hard over there, big man.
Because I'm picturing Jay-Z's head top on your head.
On Sweet Baby Esther? Yes. No, man. No. But yeah, I was actually, Do you know in Nigeria they call him Dada? So yeah, that was me.
Same, you know.
The lock baby, really? Oh, look at that.
You had locks too?
Yeah.
You bet me?
Yeah.
But you don't remember?
Oh my God, did you actually grow up with it?
Yeah, he did.
You grew up with it?
He used to be like a wavy, and he had this little gold chain.
Yeah, that's still got to go chain.
The same one? The same one? Because you were wearing gold from early.
Yeah. I was born with the gold.
Love that.
He was cute. He was cute.
Okay. Why you emphasizing was? You're a hater. You're such a hater. Yeah, I would like to know the difference between dreads and thinking about. Yeah, I do wonder how can I even feel because I haven't been at work for a minute. Went back the other day. There's a white woman in there with locks, so I said, okay, that's what we're doing. That's great. I don't know. I think for me, I've always felt like appropriation is when you start to when you try to reclaim it because I see that as rewriting history.
Okay.
Kind of how these governments try to say that the artifacts they stole is theirs. I see it as that if you're trying to rewrite history, so that hairstyle, I don't know, but also as well, if they go in there saying give me that black joint, you know the black hairstyle.
Right.
Morning. Who's speaking to please?
The one you love to hate.
Who's that? I'm the only one I know.
Ebony.
Morning, Ebony. You right?
Long time. How are you?
Yeah. I'm all right, thank you.
Good
stuff.
So what did you want to know in particular, Brent?
All right. So with me, when I see dreadlocks, right, whenever it's on anybody, if they are part of the Rastafarian religion, I kind of see it for some reason. I kind of find it like it's appropriating.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
So the hairstyle in Jamaica has got a tricky past because once upon a time, the dread community weren't accepted and many of them were slaughtered for even adorning that hairstyle. So as much as people look at dreadlocks as synonymous with Jamaica, it really isn't. It was a sign of rebellion and all things that weren't right within the culture kind of thing. So even to this day, to see an upper echelon person with dreadlocks is a very, very rare thing that you see. So if you notice, you don't really see politicians. There are a few politicians that have got locks, but you don't really see it in the upper echelon parts of society because you're seen as less than, more than it's embraced because they've still got that colonized mind to a certain way. Now, when you also talk about the Rastafarian community, you've got to remember that there's different factions as well, and each of them believe in different things. So I think what you're talking about is more like the Baba Shanties and that. So those are what we would call natties. So those are men that they're not twisting their lock, they're not how my locks goes is how my locks goes. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And then you got others that might, do a little one twist up in their hair and stuff like that. So it all depends on what faction that you follow as well. I know in Gambia you've got a big lock community and they call it Rastas. So that's how they identify locks. So that's what they call it. So they'll be like, I'm growing my Rastas. And also over there you've got some people, because you've got people like Luciano and Sizzler and stuff that frequently visit Gambia, so they've adorned kind of a subculture of Rastafarianism over there. it's weird because it's everything Rasta, but they'll still practice Islam, if that makes any sense. I know there's tribes in Kenya that have locks as well. I know Proverbs will kill me, but it's like the Mau tribe or something like that. But I know that they've got locks as well. So locks can be seen throughout. And like what I was trying to say in the chat before, when we was talking about things like Chinese, quote unquote, and I know it's easy for us just to call them Chinese or whatever. We need to be careful with who we're branding with what title, because from what I know, even about 30 years ago, I was aware that there was a culture like this in Japan, and it's a very small subset, and they are the people that are really obsessed with hip hop and bashment and the dancehall scene and stuff like that. So they've, even the fact that they've got this new technology they can do it with, because I know back in the day they used to use just like regular perm. So what we would use, like relaxer, they would put in their hair, and for some reason the chemicals interact with their hair different than what it would do to us, and that's how they get that curly texture in their hair. And last point, like I said, if you look at the Buddha, that which is on top of the Buddha's hair, those little knot things, is what we would call Bantu knots and stuff like that. And if you go into your history, you know, there's a big history of black samurais and stuff like that. So is it appropriation if there are, you know, people from the Far East that look like us already?
But what if their inspiration for getting all these, like getting locks and getting the hair like this, is not from their past, but from what they see on TV from us?
I think it's debatable, and I always think it's the way in which you do it. Because no, I don't believe that whole wig and whatever culture, but I just think everybody in today's day and age, especially living in a Western world, we are all quote unquote inspired by each other, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So even you go down Edgware Road, you know what them youths there look like. They're not dressing like Arabs in the Middle East. Yeah. Or well, now they kind of like, that's like, if you would to think about Emiratis and stuff, yeah, you would see the young ones flossing like that. But I'm talking about Edgware Road from like 30, 40 years ago. That's what Edgware Road was looking like. Like they've always ingrained, you know, their culture with this culture. You're not seeing them walking around with their Muslim garb and all of that stuff. So it's just like, where do we say it's appropriation and where do we say it's appreciation? And I think that's the line that often gets blurred. Now, when we see people like Balenciaga and stuff having the cheek to be selling Ghana Musco bag for $3,000 and all of that, that is straight appropriation. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know, because, you know, I know I've done things like Wala Sari, for instance. Could the Asian community then look at me and tell me that I'm appropriating their culture? I just thought it was appreciated.
Were you wearing it to like a wedding, or were you wearing it just on a random day?
I wore it for my 30th birthday. So it was one of my outfits on my 30th birthday.
Okay.
And I went with my Pakistani friend. She actually bought me the outfit and she dressed me and everything like that. She didn't see a problem with it, but there could be others that think, well, why she got on a sari? It wasn't no Bollywood themed event either. By the way, it was just one of the outfits that I wore on the day.
It's tricky. Is there a difference between dreads and locks?
I think where we normally, from Jamaica, I can only speak about Jamaica. So normally, if you was to say that person's a dread, which in that term is derogatory anyway, you're more talking about the Rastafarian community. Somebody with locks is just somebody that you would then call a fashion dread, which is somebody that just has the style in their hair because they like the hairstyle of locks in their hair. So there's not really a difference between the two of them.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, Brent, have I answered your question?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ebony.
Handsome.
No worries. I'm going to lay that down. All right, bye.
Yeah, man.
That's so interesting.
I do get like irked out when I see white people just rocking, especially when they're wearing a string vest.
Yeah, see when you're I'm just like, you're doing too much, man. I feel like I have the hairstyle,
and then they're like that guy.
Wagwan.
I mean, if they live in the country and whatnot, then cool, right? That's all they know. But
that's another conversation, boy.
They just went on holiday
and they come back. They're like, do you remember when Monica gone?
Yeah, I remember that episode now.
You're doing this.
Because it's sometimes
I couldn't run today, they get
the
cooked.
liberties they take because they feel, because I dress like this.
Yeah, I'm one of you. I'm one of yous. It is tricky because I think, like Ebony said, like we do all are inspired and by other people's cultures and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think again, it's just about. I just think there's a way to respect it. Mm. Do you get what I mean? I think there's a way to respect it. There's just certain decorum you should have when it comes to other people's cultures. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the line between appreciation and appropriation.
But do you feel like that's kind of hard though? Because you may just see a random white guy, for example, with dreads, who's minding his business. We don't actually know that maybe the guy was brought up there and he has the utmost respect for it. You know what I'm saying? But we may look at him from afar and be like, look at this waste man. Yeah. He's appropriating our culture. You know what I'm saying? So how does respect, what does respect look like? You know
that's okay though. But again, I don't internalize people's opinions.
Yeah.
So my opinion of what that guy is doing, like if that was someone who grew up there and whatnot, whatever else, me saying my opinion by myself isn't going to affect his day or affect what he's doing, kind of thing. And I think that as someone who, if you don't look like you're from there, but you are dressed like you are from there, or you're wearing things that clearly is of a different culture. Unfortunately, you have to just kind of. It's one of the things you're gonna have to explain in life. You're just gonna have to explain that because again, you're not black, or I don't know if there's white people in Jamaica, as in like historically they can be white, for example. But certainly is Nigeria because that's my culture, right? If I see somebody who is dressed in, our traditional clothing and stuff like that, and they're white, really and truly, you can't be a white person per se with Nigerian heritage. You can't. Do you get what I mean? But then say it was someone whose parents went there when they were young and they actually grew up there and whatever. Unfortunately for you, being a white person with this culture, you are going to spend the rest of your life explaining why it is that you're dressed the way you're dressed. Yeah. Unfortunately, it comes with it. Do you get what I mean? So I think that is what I do think there is a line though. Like, there is just a line. With those guys, I don't understand why it is that they're doing that. Because I think also as well, if you see someone's culture and you just think, oh, that's a cool thing, I'm going to do that, without understanding the history and why it is that that's what that is and blah, 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 I think that's ignorance. And I do think that does play into appropriation. Do you mean? Like what Evan was saying, like I never knew that people were getting killed for that. Do you get me? And I guess some people who would get locks or get dreads or whatever it is, they might not know or care to find out. So yeah, I don't know. It's all tricky, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's above me.
All right. Well, I think we can kind of wrap it up there, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, people. So our next headline, guess what's happened? Gosh. So Ring? Ring doorbell, yeah? Owned by Amazon. Apparently, they're going to stop allowing police departments to request doorbell camera footage from users. Marking an end to a feature that has drawn criticism from privacy advocates. The company did not provide a reason for the change, which would be effective starting this week. So obviously something's happened that's made them say, you know what, immediately we're going to change this. But the update is the latest restriction Ring has made to police activity on the Neighbours app, right? Following concerns raised by privacy watchdogs about the company's relationship with police departments. Critics have stressed the proliferation of these relationships and users' abilities to report what they see as suspicious behaviour can change neighbourhoods into a place of constant surveillance and lead to more instances of racial profiling. Law enforcement agencies can still access videos using a search warrant. Ring also maintains the right to share footage without user consent in limited circumstances. Next headline, an introduction of majority verdicts in criminal trials in England and Wales was partly motivated by a desire to dilute the influence of minority ethnic people and labouring classes serving on juries. This is according to research, yeah? The study said that while the widely accepted narrative for allowing majority verdicts introduced by Parliament in 1967, as opposed to unanimous verdicts, was that it would prevent jury nobbling, which is corruption, there was another reason that was more disreputable. Delving into government files and other archival materials, the authors of the report published in the journal Race and Class, found little evidence that nobbling was widespread, but that an increase in ineligible jurors from different racial and class backgrounds led to a perceived decline in the caliber of jurors, reflective of wider public anxieties about Commonwealth immigration, black power, and white disenfranchisement. In the US, it's argued that majority verdicts remove a safeguard against wrongful convictions. This according to the author. By contrast, in the UK, it's been argued that the majority verdicts could safeguard against juror bias by preventing one or two prejudiced jurors from dictating decision-making. I feel like there's a topic of the day in there, so maybe we'll touch on that another time. And our last headline, a judge ordered Wednesday that a trial be held next month to determine whether a black high school student in Texas can continue being punished by his district for refusing to change a hairstyle he and his family say is protected by a new state law. So Darryl George, who's 18, has not been in his regular classroom in Barbers Hill. It's crazy. The name of his school is called Barbers Hill, right? In Mont Bellevue since August 31st. Since then, instead, he's been either serving in school suspension or spending time in an off-site disciplinary program. His Houston area school district, Barbers Hill, has said that George's long hair, which he wears in a neatly tied and twisted locks on top of his head, violates a district dress code that limits hair length for boys.
You don't stop. This is the thing. You know, with schools, the older I get, I just feel like school actually is just teaching people. It's the first initiation in society to teach you to conform to society and not ask questions and just go with what it is that society is set.
Yep. Brent, if you don't mind, can you play that link so people can see how this young brother's hair is, yeah?
It's an actual indoctrination into society to get got.
George said on Wednesday that he felt stress and frustration over what he sees as unfair punishment, but that he was grateful to soon be getting his day in court. State District Judge Chap Kane III set a February 22nd trial in a lawsuit filed by the school district regarding whether its dress code restrictions, can you imagine?
Look at him.
Limiting the length of boys' hair violates the Crown Act. The new Texas law, which took effect in September, prohibits race-based hair discrimination and bars employers and schools from penalizing people because of their hair texture or protective hairstyles such as afros, braids, locks, twists, or bantu knots. So the law is there, you know.
But you know, there'll always be one egg that feels like he looks very sharp, as Nigerians say. Nice and neat.
Why are they treating this boy like this?
They're just trying to do a thing, man. I hope they can sue and get money.
But it's messing up his education. Since August.
He's like a good kid as well. Like, he pays attention in school, flying A-star student.
So they've just been keeping him in suspension. An off-site disciplinary program.
Yeah, they need to sue when they win.
It's disgusting.
And they better win.
Anyway, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Nice. Let's get into Word of Road.
Let me just play this. Somebody send it in.
Oh, gosh.
I don't mention me for ye. Uchi ye. What could she lessons on?
Bacho Debbie.
Sir.
Debbie.
I said, we are the Mr. Ua.
Bacho.
And you're natural chino.
Bacho Debbie.
No, see
a long story.
You're short kakra.
Many short kakra. Matse, my bonnet sofa. And see, Minini will come as a kakra. Nitintini and it's a Minini will come as a kakra now for fat.
Okay, and son, I'll be you. You will Ghana.
Bacho Debbie. You didn't buy not many kakra, many if you kakra.
Over Kaifiana Weddy.
Mean Shadankai. But me buy 2006.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
And see, and I'm for fun, Nema with Missia Chikasan.
Wow. And you now for now, you're cutting a quantity now to him.
Oh, Matsna, quadra so pain. Atsna, your bed so pain. Bushing.
So, why were you shaking your head, Emmanuel?
No, because I don't know, man. Just, seeing.
I don't know. Is it just a language that she's learned?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, that's all right, though.
Yeah, I guess so. But, it's kind of like how we were talking about how black people, when we see other people dancing, taking on certain parts of our culture, it's like why is she on the news? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You don't bloody go and do that when black people start learning Portuguese and Spanish.
That's always my issue with things, anyway. Yeah, that's always my issue with things. I don't get it.
So what? Was she on the news because she was a rarity?
This is what it sounds like.
What? Did you understand what she was saying?
But it was Dishes then. Maybe she's a chef.
Maybe, I don't know.
Wait,
yeah, some of it.
Did you understand the dialogue just now, Emmanuel? Mr.
Yeah, bits of it, yeah.
Are you questioning whether he understands it?
My tree is bad, man.
What were they talking about?
Just talking about how she basically learned the language.
She got here.
Yeah. And she's talking about her upbringing and all that type of stuff when she went to Kumasi. Kumasi is like almost like the capital of the Ashanti region. Not almost, it is the capital of the Ashanti region. So that's where I think Jean is from. So that's like proper, you know what I mean? Like the typical Ghanaian, I shouldn't say this because many people who are not Ashanti will kind of come from me. But everyone knows what I mean. You know what I'm saying? That's, basically the situation. But yeah, I just don't see it as, you know what I mean? Like, why do we need to highlight this, man? You know what I'm saying? Not us, but you get what I'm saying? Like, why is she on the news? But again, like Esther's saying, if maybe she's there for some other thing, then obviously beautiful. But yeah.
Ed says she's more Ghanaian than you, Manuel.
Oh, that's fine. What do you want me to do with that information? My passport says otherwise. My Ghana passport is there. You know what I'm saying? My citizenship is there. So yeah.
All right, wooden road.
Thank you. All right, people. Where are we going this morning? So I reported a while ago that Sofia Vergara and her husband, Joe Manganiello, did I say that right? Very beautiful white man, lovely man. But basically they're getting a divorce and whatnot. But she's kind of spoken, so she's speaking to a Spanish publication about this and gave more insight as to why it is getting a divorce. And essentially it's because he wanted to have kids, man. So she's 51, he's 47. And yeah, she said, my marriage broke up because my husband was younger. He wanted to have kids and I didn't want to be an old mum. I feel it's not fair to the baby. I respect whoever does it, but that's not for me anymore. Also, she's got a kid that's like 32. She said, I had a son at 19 who is now 32 and I'm ready to be a grandmother, not a mother. So if love comes along, he has to come with his own children. She said, I'm almost in menopause. It's a natural way of things. When my son becomes a dad, let him bring the baby to me for a while and then I'll give it back to him and go with my life. That's what I have to do. But yeah, man, that is the thing. They got divorced after 7 years of marriage. And yeah, man, they're a very beautiful couple. Very, very beautiful couple. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is. As in, when you're not ready for what, if you're in different stages of life, you gotta just let the person go, man. But yeah, so there's that. Also Sasha, right, was Sasha, who is a CEO or co-founder of Nala's Baby, so Nala's mum, basically was on Snapchat and she said something that rattled people. So she basically said she was ill or she's got a cold, and she said she's caught whatever it is that's going round, and it has to be because she has a busy. No, she said it has to be when I have a busy, important task kind of week. She said the older she gets, she realizes more that females are meant to stay at home and raise the kids. The juggling is ghetto and feminism is a lie. We weren't built to do it all. Now, obviously, I don't know if she was joking, right? But you know the way the internet goes, so there's that. But I think this is the only reason I'm reporting on this is because I think that people need to do some reading, and not just Sasha, and everybody, men and women alike, need to do some reading on the point of feminism. Yeah, because I think statements like, and it's actually become a whole trend actually that I see on TikTok and stuff like that. Where people are like, oh, like cancel feminism. I just want to be a stay-at-home mom and blah blah blah. The whole point of feminism was to give people a choice as to you can choose whether you want to be a stay-at-home mom or you could choose whether you want to work, or you can choose. It gave people choices essentially. And if feminism wasn't there, trigger warning, people will still be getting raped in their marriages, and it will be called, and it wouldn't be seen as rape. You wouldn't be allowed to. You wouldn't have the choice to do a lot of things. So feminism isn't about being a stay-at-home mum and whatnot. It's about the choice to decide what it is that you want to do. Whether that's what you want to do, that's great. And if that's not what you want to do, that's also great. But I just thought it was very important to highlight that. You know, I think people need to do some reading on what feminism is. And I think also as well, there's so many cultures where people still live in the way that we used to live in this land, I would say, in terms of the backwards way where it saw women as what's the word I'm looking for? It didn't really see women as human beings, I would say, kind of like subordinate, and didn't really have rights to say anything or whatever else. And I think that when jokes like that are made, and again, not just Sasha, I mean, generally, when people make jokes like that, it's very insensitive to women who are in abusive situations and actually don't get a choice in what it is that they want to do with their lives, and their lives are planned out for them and they're forced to live a certain way. So just a little nugget to think about on this lovely Thursday morning. Speaking of nuggets, also this news made me very, very sad. It's not someone that's known by anybody, but I came across it and I just wanted to spread awareness about it. So there's a 20-year-old girl who went to Turkey to get a gastric band, what's it called? Surgery. So that's basically where they kind of, I guess they put this band and whatnot on your stomach. Essentially, it's meant to make you eat less, and then over time you basically lose weight. And unfortunately, she passed away, man, and it's very, very sad. Like, her story made me so, so sad. So basically, she went there, she did it. Essentially, she would have been on the NHS list for like a year having to wait, but she paid 2,500 and went to Turkish hospital instead. And she went because of years of bullying. Because people have been bullying her for years about her body. And now all the bullies have caused her death. And I know the doctor technically did. So he's denying what he did. So essentially, basically, they're saying that when he operated her, allegedly, he cut her into her small intestine. So when she was on the plane, she had some issues and whatnot, health issues. They had to land and take her to a hospital. And that's where she passed away, sadly. And the doctors there gave her mum a report to say that the doctor that operated her made a cut on her intestine, and that's why she passed away. Right. And that man is denying it. He is denying it. He's saying that basically he did nothing wrong, and she had a blood clot on the plane, and he's operated like over this many amount of people, and this is the first time it's happening in his career. He is saying that he feels very bad because she was very, very young, but it wasn't his fight. And I'm just here to tell you that just everyone focus on your own focus. Stop bullying people and making people feel like horrible for themselves. And that's the thing with society as well. Like, I don't understand why people as in not the victims, I'm talking about the people that bully other people for how people look. You're letting the standard society is set make you cause harm to other people. These times, society changes it. When I was younger, the thing that was trending was having big breasts. Currently, it's having a big bum and BBLs. And I'm sure when I'm older, I think it's actually shifting back to breast now. It's just sad, man. But RIP to that young girl, man. It's very, very horrible. And her family trying to raise money to get her body back. I think it's like 10 grand and stuff like that. But RIP to her, man. And even like her last TikTok was, she said how she's on her way to, what did she say? She said she's on her way to go and get the surgery. Yeah, she said my last post before my weight loss surgery, see you on the other side. So sad. Poor boy, she's literally 20 years old. Because she's got to spend years and years and years bullying her. But anyway, RIP to the young lady. Also, I like some royal mess. But this is not a royal mess of London. I just thought all the royals around the world are just doing silly things. But basically, right, the royals of Monaco out here doing crazy, man. So apparently they're finding out that the Prince Albert, right, the prince, he's out here. He has a secret account. He's got a secret account, yeah, for his mistress, where he sends money to his mistress and the children he had out of wedlock. And then also his wife, the princess, she gets like a budget. She gets like a monthly allowance of like 1.2 million. There's not a monthly. Sorry, she gets 1.2 million pounds a year, right, to spend a year. This girl was out here overspending. So between themselves, they're just a very unserious pair, really, aren't they? But yeah, man,
overspending.
She's overspending. She needed Listen to this one. In 2017, yeah, she needed more than £500,000 to pay off an overdraft. Do you know how mad that is?
Insane.
It's crazy. Apparently she burst through the money. This is what the accountant was saying. The prince's accountant. He's the one who's whistleblowing and everything. He was basically saying how like it's crazy that she has no control. Like, basically there's no control over the accountant has no control over her spending. Like, she's just off with the spending. But yeah, and then on the other side, her man is out here funding a whole other family outside of the family that they have, and the woman, he's got a black family. Got mixed race kid.
But I mean,
sorry. So who's that woman? His
mistress.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
And who's that fella?
His son.
Mm-hmm.
No, the fella that's white.
Oh, that's the prince.
So he's in public with them.
Well, he's somewhere.
if you saw them somewhere,
yeah,
you might not know that.
No, but it's not like So people do know that he's got that kid. Apparently, in 2005, he did claim he had a child. Okay. So yeah, people do know he's got a child. But then why are you doing a secret account to be doing that then?
And he's still. I don't care. Wait a minute. So the princess is still chilling with him, even though.
Well, wouldn't you if you got 1.2 million pound?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
There's a whole black family.
Would I? No, with a white man. No, I wouldn't. I bet Giselle, but I would.
Look.
Yeah, man, they're together, man. You know, married people have to say, for better or worse.
Jeez.
Not me, boy.
Imagine he's looking
first sign of worse, I'm out.
I want a black woman.
Yeah, man, that's what he's doing. And he's got a secret account where he's doing. But I don't understand why it can't have to be secret if it is that people know you got a child.
Maybe that's just the headlines making it sound like it's just.
No, it's the accountant that said that. It's the accountant that say accountant is the one reporting all these things. I don't know whether someone stole the accountant's notebook or diary, but the accountant is talking. Anyway, all the best all parties involved. Anyway, what else is there? Oh yeah, the Brits Awards are out, man. All the nominees are out, they're in, and all that great stuff. But I want to speak about Ray. Big up Ray. She holds the record for the first. No, is it the first? Yeah, she's the first. She's the first artist to get 7 nominations in a single year. She's got 7 nominations.
Nice.
I'm so proud of her, man.
Well done.
Big up her. So she's got Best New Artist, Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Pop Act, R&B Act, and there's another one that I've missed. But yeah, she's got 7 nominations, man. So that should be interesting. A big up her, man.
This guy's in public with her and all sorts, mate.
Brent. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, innit? And he's doing it. But yeah, man, big up her. So for the album of the year, you got J Hus, Beautiful and Brutal, Yard, you got Lil Sims, No Thank You, and then Ray's My 21st Century Blues, Young Fathers, Heavy Heavy, Blur, The Ballad of Darren. I don't actually remember ever watching the Brits Awards, Maybe I would have when I was younger. Remember there was a time where you just watch awards and it was like so entertaining and so interesting. Like I'd watch the VMAs, I'd watch the MTV Awards, I'd watch the BETs. I just watch awards because it was a time was being had.
Yeah, it was very different back then, man.
Very different. Very, very different.
Now it's like, I could be wrong, but it seems like everything's online.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Certain channels.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm like, unless you guys are putting on YouTube, chances of me watching it. No, who watches TV anymore? And when you watch TV, I'm not watching TV to watch TV. I'm watching TV to watch Netflix. And like streaming services. Do you get what I mean?
I was having the same conversation with somebody yesterday, actually, where he was like, TV license people, they tried to come for him, innit? He's like, I don't watch bloody TV. He's like, oh yeah, but it looks like you've don't you watch?
They're tracking it.
Yeah. Or at least
that's what they tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And there's certain things. So for example, if you've got a BBC iPlayer account, they may use that to kind of at least focus on you, innit? And ask you the question. But he's like, I don't have a BBC iPlayer account. All I use my TV for is Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime. And they was like, fair enough. I feel like
they're gonna try and find a new way now to just, if you got a TV, you gotta play a TV license. You ain't gonna watching the BBC or whatever, the public funded ones.
But there's no adverts on BBC, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. Is there not? There is.
Is there?
Even between the news, I swear. Because I feel like a news channel should be the one place where there's no ads. Because there's so much news, you guys don't have time for ads. But it's always ads. They will have to make their money somehow.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. They make a lot of their money from the TV license. You know
not
what I
that
mean?
much
It's because
money.
it's a BBC thing. It's not like everybody else. It's the BBC.
BBC is really running this country, innit?
Yeah, man.
Not for long, boy. Anyway, that's happening. Also, the people are celebrating the fact that Sex and the City is coming to streaming platform near you. It's come to Netflix, man. Apparently for the first time ever.
As in the old episodes?
Yeah,
Okay.
the seasons are coming to Netflix in April. I've never watched this show. I've never watched it. It does feel like it's going to be right up my alley. But I've never watched it because I couldn't bother to find ways to start streaming it without paying for it and that kind of crap. But yeah, I will watch it when it comes out though, because I love a good series. I love a good plenty of seasons to catch up on, a sitcom type vibe. So I will see whether it's as hyped as you guys have made it over the years. But yeah, man, people are they're really, really celebrating. And the show ran from 1998.
What you saying?
Big. No, not really.
No?
The weird thing about his face, it's like between the nose and the lips.
I heard they did him dirty though.
Or he did himself dirty.
Oh, apparently he got accused of something, but he didn't do it.
On
That's
the
what
show?
I heard. No, in real life, sorry.
Oh, I thought he meant on the show. I was going to say, his storyline, he's a villain.
No, in real life.
In real
Apparently
life?
he was meant to be in the new seasons or something, but he got accused of, the whole Me Too stuff, innit? And like the main woman, what's her name? Is it Jessica something?
I have no idea. Just Jessica Sarah Parker.
That one. Her and the rest of the white women all chose to kind of basically condemn him, innit?
I would.
And they refused to. Yeah, but
because if there's accusations, sorry, you're not tainting my brand on account of you couldn't keep your penis to yourself.
But they didn't even just like at least wait till certain things occurred. Like,
sorry, we've got to carry on with production. What do you mean wait?
I don't think this was actually. I can't remember the details in it.
Look at that.
So I don't want to say too much.
Apparently he beat trigger warning. He's giving domestic violence. Yeah, I'll be honest. If you've got something to record and someone's been accused of something, I'm not sitting around waiting for your name to be cleared. Who knows when that's going to be? 5 years time, we're still waiting.
I don't know all the full details. I could be wrong about certain things, but apparently, at least if my memory serves me correct, right, he was actually innocent of all of that stuff, innit? But they just kind of just jumped on the bandwagon of the Me Too thing and condemned him as well. Instead of you could remain silent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but people are gonna ask. But the fans are gonna ask why he's not back. What am I supposed to say?
I'm not too sure if it was right before a new season though. I just can't remember the details in it. So let me not even say too much. But
I think it's tricky because with them, they're women in Hollywood, so they would have had interactions with men who have tried to use their penis as what's it called, a selling point for a role and stuff like that. But I don't know why. I mean, I do know what they said happened to him on the show. What they wrote his character happened to him on the show. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, even though I won't spoil it. I could, but I won't because I'm nice like that. But but anyways, they said it's coming back in April. So Sex and City fans, I'm sure you guys are excited, and I will be watching it, and I'll see what I finally think about it. I hope it's not dead, man. Because some of the shows they use the hype up. To be fair though, because I watched Desperate Housewives, that did slap. I got cooked one time for tweeting about one of the husbands that he wasn't that bad, and people started to question whether I did watch the show and whether I actually watched the show. So there's that. But anyways, that is it from me. Let's get into People's Journal.
all right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about is just a bit of a downer, man. Yesterday, I was talking about Jeremy Hunt potentially, reducing taxes based on the borrowing figures that came through for December. But according to a leading think tank, what they're pretty much saying is that these so-called promises of tax cuts during the general election campaigns that both sides pretty much will likely make may have to be rolled back, man, because the UK economy faces some of its worst problems since the 1950s. So the IFS director, which is the Institute for Fiscal Studies, right, was pretty much saying tax cuts today add to the risk of tax rises or spending cuts tomorrow. And his name is Paul Johnson, by the way, and he's basically saying it might be easy to announce immediate tax cuts without any hint of what it is the state currently does that it will stop doing or what taxes will rise in the future. But this trade-off cannot be wished away. And I love the fact that he's talking about this because that's real economics, bloody, you know what I mean? Like, brain. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just. There has to be trade-offs. There's always trade-offs, right? So, I mean, obviously, it may seem like a downer, granted, but at least he's kind of talking facts. You know what I'm saying? But we will see what Jeremy Hunt decides, and we'll see what the Shadow Chancellor does when I guess she takes office, man. Because, like I said, Labour will most likely win the general election. Next thing I wanted to mention is Netflix, man. Apparently, so many people subscribe to Netflix in the 3 months ended in December, so the last quarter of last year.
Yeah.
Apparently they added 13.1 million subscriptions. 13.1 million more people, subscribe.
So what I'm hearing is everyone's a liar. Everyone said they were going to stop on account of they keep putting the money up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So basically, who is it? Their co-chief executive, Greg Peters, he said, we largely put price increases on hold. As we rolled out paid sharing. So now that we're through that, we're able to resume our standard approach. So everybody who's pretty much signed up will likely get, emails talking about the price increases. But what he also did mention is that a lot of people signed up and they don't really mind going for the cheapest plan. The plan that has all the adverts and things of that nature. People don't really mind that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It might be because obviously people are just grown up used to regular TV. And plus, some people still watch regular TV, so they're used to the bloody...
I don't like an ad, man.
The adverts.
I only watch ads if it's like podcasts, I'll be honest with you, because money I have to make. And I get it, so then I'll watch it. But other than that, gosh. Yeah. I'm not trying to get ads in the middle of my film. Let me cry in peace. I can't pause my tears while the ad plays and then we go back to, scheduled programming.
Yeah, but...
They're just... Do you know what's so interesting there? It's so interesting because obviously when they started, people, essentially their selling point was that there's a lot of shows that you can't get on TV, blah, blah, you can get here. And they were charging people. Cool. But now that people then rely on them the most, they're thinking, how can we make even more money from them? And now you're going back to normal TV. I'm not on Netflix for it to give me TV vibes. And ads is TV vibes.
Well, if you don't want it, you gotta pay a bit more. You know what I'm saying?
I don't pay for mine, but greed.
But yeah, Netflix said in the 12 countries where it does offer adverts, right, which include some of the biggest markets, such as the UK and the US, that cheap plan, accounted for 40% of the new signups. So people don't mind. People seem to be addicted to Netflix, and they don't mind if they got the advert version.
How much cheaper is the advert version? If it's £2, I'm not doing that.
It probably is something like that.
It needs to be at least like £6 cheaper for me to consider it.
What is the cheapest plan? I think the
cheapest plan is like $10.99 now.
I think it's $4.99.
That was the cheapest plan. It's not anymore. It's definitely gone up.
I don't think so. I think they're talking about putting it up, but I don't think it's gone up. The cheapest one, the advert one.
Netflix has gone up.
I can't remember. But yeah.
Let me try and find it. It's gonna bug me.
Yeah, I think they were talking about it because I remember obviously
standard with adverts is $4.99 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Standard
without
extra member slots can be added. Oh, £10.99 is the standard.
Without ads, right? Yeah, and that used to be $4.99
and
or $7.99.
Is $17.99.
Yeah, without ads. Yeah.
Yeah, so it used to be $7.99 or something like that.
No, but the cheapest one, the one that most people signed up for.
Oh, was $4.99 with ads.
Is $4.99. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like a £5 difference. It's a half price. Okay, that's worth watching ad for.
Yeah. But the thing is about these subscriptions though, because it sounds like, wait a minute, that's just the price of a coffee and a bloody muffin.
That's how they get you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how they get you. If everything's the price of a damn coffee, and you won't be able to afford a coffee anymore.
True indeed.
Because everything is the price of a coffee.
Yep. But yeah, that's the situation with Netflix. But guys, if you're one of those,
I don't mind this at all. I mean, paying $17.99 for access to something you can go to each time to watch something.
Yeah.
When it is that you want to watch something. That's decent. How I basically picture it
rationalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I get something from Uber Eats,
I'm
already gone past this particular thing. And I can stave off doing that and just go into my kitchen and get something I prepare.
So I always say that, but I never do. I'm like, I'll spend on this, then I just won't get that. But then I just think life is hard, so I get both.
Okay.
But that's the problem though. But the thing is, the issue with that, because that does make sense. However, you're doing that for multiple things. Because again, with Netflix are cheeky, where they'll have a show on there. Next thing you know, they've taken the show off. You don't really have the shows and stuff. So I've got Disney Plus and I've got Netflix and Amazon Prime. Amazon because it comes with the account. I don't pay for it. I only pay for my Amazon basically. But sometimes even the shows I want to watch are not on all three. And it's like, come on, help a girl out. So do you get me? I think it depends what your level, what your interests are, and if they've got that thing there. Like Modern Family is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory is on Netflix. Do you get me? So it depends what you want to watch and where they've got it and stuff like that.
And then what I like also is when companies or DSPs like Spotify would give you a family option, and then you can split the cost over 5 different people. And it's,
exactly.
It's
Makes
negligible.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But do Netflix do that?
They've got some sort of equivalent, yeah.
But isn't it limited in number of screens though? I think it's still limited in number of screens.
The highest one. I'm not too sure. The highest one's where bare people could just use a thing in it.
Oh, is it? I don't know how much that is.
Yeah.
Netflix
Can't remember.
definitely does have a family thing.
Yeah.
It does.
The highest one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you split the cost.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But it does really slowly add up though. Because like you just mentioned, with the Prime Video one, you know they got like the MGM, they got the Stars, they got all the different ones. We have to pay
cheekiest,
in addition to the Prime Video.
They're the cheekiest because their quality is in the bin.
You know what I'm saying?
I could have come with something better in my ICT class.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they have the cheek where you think it's available, then it says, $2.99.
You're talking about Amazon
Prime,
Prime,
yeah.
right?
Oh.
I hear a lot of people complaining about it, right? But when I press full screen, I'm not seeing anything other than just what they're showing me.
Yeah, because I haven't got a choice.
No, what I'm saying is that what's the problem with the UI?
No, it's in comparison to everybody else. Like, Netflix is always crisply clear. Amazon gives me like... Because it's not my eyesight. So you see what my eyesight's like without glasses? That's Amazon. And then Netflix and Disney... I'll leave Disney out of conversation for the moment. Netflix is like when my glasses are on.
Really?
Yeah, and I think also just the way the thing works as well is it's just annoying. But I do think sometimes you get used to how something works. So when you're with something that's not that familiar, it's annoying. I don't know, man. The quality doesn't look. It just, I don't know. It gives like
I think it might
early
be
2000s
certain, I think
quality.
it might be certain shows, you know.
You think so?
Yeah.
What I've observed is sometimes it glitches and it doesn't put you back to where you...
The highest thing, yeah.
I hate when that happens. I hate having to do that little work when I'm watching entertainment.
Ebony mentioned Disney's gone up as well. That went up as well.
Yeah.
It's now $10.99. There is still a $7.99 version though, by the way.
That's what ads though, isn't it?
Yes. But the $10.99 one, obviously without ads, it allows you to do the whole UHD, Ultra HD version. Okay. So like the 4K stuff. To really take advantage of your 4K TV. Get that in it.
That's the biggest scam as well, you know. Telling people to buy 4K TV, but telling them they have to buy things that's actually 4K to go along with the 4K thing. It's giving your batteries are sold separately. It's just a scam. All of this is a scam.
Yeah, you know. Well, the last thing I wanted to mention, it's funny we were talking about Ghana and we are talking about the white woman there speaking tree and whatnot. This last headline is basically the UK is looking to loan back. It's so bloody insulting.
It's cheeky.
So insulting.
Loan back.
To loan back Ghana's looted crown jewels. So basically, I'm not too sure if Brent can put up a picture, but basically, the crown that belonged to their Ashanti king, a few other things as well, like a ring, like a pipe as well, a gold pipe. Yeah, some beautiful things that belong to the Ashanti Henny. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about loaning it back. The issue is though, and this is something that obviously they need to change ASAPly, right? But basically, the V&A Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum, look at that beautiful crown. Beautiful. They're going to be lending 17 pieces and to Ghana, and 15 pieces are going to be lent back to Ghana from the British Museum. But basically, the argument is, none of these national museums in the UK are allowed to permanently give back these particular items. So even if the people wanted to, it must be something agreed by the government or whatever it may be. But none of them have permission to actually give it back. So the situation is, by law, they can only loan it back. The issue is, many people who are obviously contesting this and want these particular items to be given back to the rightful owners, right, are saying if we accept the loan version, the loan terms, it looks like we're kind of accepting of the fact that you own this and I can only get my items back on loan terms, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the issue is. So, long story short, for those who don't know, a lot of these items were obviously stolen during the colonial period, the 19th century wars as well between the British and the Ashantis. It looks like they're going to get it back. But once again, on loan terms, man. Mr. Hunt, this is a director of the V&A, so it's not Jeremy Hunt, Tristram Hunt. Obviously, he was discussing all this type of stuff with the BBC, but he said that when museums hold objects with origins in war and looting in military campaigns, we have a responsibility to the countries of origin to think about how we can share those more fairly today. It doesn't seem to me that all of our museums will fall down if we build up these kinds of partnerships and exchanges. So it seems like he wants to be a bit more understanding of giving these things back. But at the same time, if you're being realistic, if you guys were to give back everything that you stole that's on display in museums, you would have to close down that museum and you'll be out of a job, Mr. Hunt. So, you know what I mean? It sounds good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Is there work a joke today?
Yeah, do a quick one.
Right, let's get into it.
And before we get into it, just want to bring your awareness to this fantastic initiative.
Okay.
So our sister in crime, in love and all sorts of stuff, Ebony, is doing a walk for sepsis.
Oh, sick.
And she is fundraising. She's nearly there.
Oh, sick.
100% at the end of this flipping stream, you're going to flipping go past the target.
Amen to that.
She's raised 185 so far. The target is 250. So there's no
really
way you should not flipping
support her in that.
Here's the link. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. It's a bit cheeky of her. She should have come in to flipping talk about sepsis. She should have been in the studio talking about this. That'd have been lovely for the first time ever. But anyway, people, get to donating, please.
Yeah.
It's a great cause.
That's really good. That's really, really
and
cool.
she's already flipping called today and provided you guys with fantastic knowledge.
Yeah.
So
True indeed.
do the thing, do the thing.
Yeah.
Big up Ebony, man. That's sick.
Well done, man. Well done.
That's really, really good.
All right.
Nice. Thank you.
Stories of Pazzi.
Okay.
Do you know how stupid it is? You know, I went to
Mark's
his
like,
flipping thing.
I'm just...
There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing. We don't even know if he's alive.
Marks, you are not the Pum Pum father no more.
We don't know if he's
revoked.
alive. You know, he's taking flipping nudes as well. And people are getting onto me for uploading the flipping... I don't upload the stuff on their channel.
But Lewis is gone too.
He's there.
Where's
I don't know how
Benos?
the money.
Where's Benos?
Benos
Because Benos loves a holiday.
Benos is there.
Benos loves a holiday. Yeah, Marks, you had one job. I literally sat here, brother to sister, and I looked in the eyes, and you looked me right back in the eyes, and you said you would post.
Wicked man.
I ain't seen one jerk wing
Wicked,
in the story. He posted yesterday. It was dead. I don't want to see that.
Oh, he posted yesterday?
Yeah, silly post. It basically just, he's by the pool and just bare people. What does that mean? I could. What does that mean? I don't mean nothing.
Could be in Clapton.
Because I was going to message him like, hello, did you make it to Jamaica, sir? Is everything all right?
Nah,
you had one job,
don't even
Marks.
send him a message. Don't even
Marks,
send him a
I'm not saying
message.
nothing. You had one job, Marks. You were supposed to let us know your escapades, document it, let us see you having fun, having a great time. Let us tap into, you're so selfish. Let us tap into
Very
some of the
selfish.
sun.
Selfish and wicked.
And I'm looking in the mirror, in the camera, 'cause I'm talking to you. Let us tap into some of the enjoyment of Jamaica. This guy's just gone there and kept it to himself. It's crazy. Not even a plate of food. At least Marvin shows us his plates, as ugly as it looks. as chaotic as a plate looks, he still shows the plates. Anyway, Sha, he's having fun. He's having fun. I know he's having fun.
Definitely.
Anyway, woke a joke. Mark is a joke.
All right, so this is gonna be a quick one, right? Seems like there's some beef in the Asian community.
Why are we in it? You talk about appropriation, now we're in their business.
So basically, there's a bit of context. There's two restaurants, known restaurants in the Asian community, right, that are beefing. And so I want to present to you the arguments and ask you what are they beefing over. Yeah. First possibility is the name of their shops, right? So I'm not gonna give you the names. I don't want to butcher it. But basically, do you think they're beefing and going to court because they have similar names?
But I need to know what kind of Asians. Are they South Asian, East Asian? Where are they from? Because that...
I don't need that information.
I do.
That's okay. I don't need it.
The Indians. I should have just said that. The Indians. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Name of the shop. Do you feel like they would actually go to those lengths, go to court because of the name of the shop?
No.
As in maybe one of them is actually stealing others' customers. You know, a lot of us don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? If there's just an extra S somewhere or an I instead of an E somewhere, you may go to that restaurant. You know what I'm saying? The other guy's thinking, wait a minute, our food is much better.
That's no problem.
No?
No. Because they be copying other people's name shops to buy TFC, AFC. Okay.
Do you feel like they're beefing because of the history of something on their menu? So let's just say there's something on the menu that both of them sell, and now one of them's claiming, well, we made it first.
No.
No? Okay. Do you feel like they're beefing over the food that's being sold at the menu? So both of them, obviously masters of culinary skills. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
He was trying to think of one Indian dish. He didn't think of one.
You know what I'm saying?
If I don't eat it, because it's got dairy in it.
Some of it, no, it don't, you know.
I've been scarred once many times. I literally needed that. Like I had a whole intolerance episode. That was my first intolerance episode. It was in uni. I was throwing up so bad.
That's terrible.
My intestine never came out my mouth. Sorry, Karen.
So yeah, could it be the name of the shop? Could it be the creation of one of the things on their menu?
Okay.
Based on the history of this particular thing, right? Or is it actually the food itself? So basically, whenever one of them brings out this new dish, the other guy updates his menu, and surprise, surprise, he has the same damn thing on the menu.
Did you guys ever watch My Wife and Kids?
Yes.
Do you remember when they had MJ Soul Food? And then the Who's across the town, this Chinese couple.
Why does this sound familiar?
Then they had their own, the Chinese people making soul food. It was a whole thing. It was so funny. But this was reminded me of that. It was the whole restaurant war thing, back and forth. Are they side by side? Are they next door to each other?
They're in the same sort of area. They're not exactly side by side, but they're in the same area.
I actually think I'm stuck between either the name. What was the second option? It's either the name or the dish.
The name of the shop is actually the history of a particular dish on the menu.
Yeah, I don't think they care
and
about
also the fact that somebody makes a food, the other guy just copies it. Makes a new something on the menu, the other guy does it.
I think it might be the third one. I don't think it's the history because they're just trying to make money. I don't think it's the name either because then you will just remember which one you go to and where it is that you go to.
What if the names are very similar though?
Yeah, but...
So somebody spells Khan with an H and the other guy doesn't. Does it with two A's. And so us who don't know, who's not really...
Yeah, but people would say to you, it's the one without the H.
Okay.
I think it's the last one. I think it's the copying each other of that.
The food on the menu.
Yeah, because they give me that vibe of they care a lot about. Sometimes they care, like in situations I've been in where there's like maybe two shops kind of close to each other. Sometimes they try and use the customer to find out what the other person's doing, and I'm like, hey.
So,
I'm in no shop, no postcode wars here with you, so I'm just here to buy my flipping drink and leave. I'm gonna go with the last one.
Okay, Brent, what are you thinking?
No, but I saw a video that went viral where they were fighting over mangoes.
What? 2
Indian shops were fighting over mangoes.
Wow.
What's that going to do with anything? What do you mean mangoes?
Just mangoes. Who has the better mango?
So were they tasting it?
Yeah.
They were selling mangoes.
No, but how do we know who's got the better one?
Sweet mangoes, and they were saying my mango is sweeter than yours, and it was next door. So
my mango is sweeter than yours. Sounds like sexy talk. Like a run. Yeah. My mango is sweeter than yours.
Well, the Kama Sutra came from India.
I didn't say all that. I just said mango is nice.
Green in the culture. I don't know, man. I mean, 3 or C.
Okay. So this is the menu thing. This is what you were saying, right?
I said the menu thing as well.
All right. Well, it's definitely not the name. You know what I'm saying? And it is not what you guys said, man.
It's a history.
It's actually the history of a particular dish.
Is it? Well, who cares, bro?
So basically, there's a shop called Moti Mahal, right? It's a well-known...
Nailed it.
It's a famed Delhi restaurant. They filed a lawsuit against their rival, accusing it of falsely claiming to have invented the dish. And this particular dish is a butter chicken dish, right? As well as another dish called dal makhani, which is like a popular lentil dish that's got loads of butter and cream in it as well. So one of them
just turned.
So one of them talks about, when we came here, what do you call it? And made the shop here. We invented it in the 1930s, this and the third. Got an entire history about how they came up with this. And other guys,
I thought you meant like they're finding over the history of a traditional Indian dish.
No,
not a dish they made up.
Yeah, it's kind of like
No, sorry, carry on.
But basically, that's basically what the situation is.
Oh, okay, that's fair then. You gotta fight, man. Fight it out.
Yeah, it claims that the dish, which is made with tandoor cooked chicken pieces, mixed in a tomato gravy with dollops of cream and butter, was invented in the 1930s.
Wait a minute. They're fighting somebody for using a dish that they're using, but here they are giving the recipe.
Well,
to the dish.
Yeah, because they don't mind if you make it. They mind that you say you created it.
Appropriation.
This is it. Even though they're both Indians.
Indian on Indian crime.
There you go. And so he's saying that, we invented it in the 1930s when the restaurant was first opened in Pakistan. You know what I'm saying? Before they moved it to Delhi. So this is when these guys was maybe not born. You know what I'm saying? It's like when their parents were little kids, basically, right?
Okay.
And then the other guy is basically saying that, nah, mate, that didn't happen. It happened when we actually opened our restaurant in 1947 in Delhi. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the dish was invented. So yeah, man, long story short, they're in court, man. And one of them seeking damages worth £188,000
for this dish. How much? I mean,
yes.
Anyway,
$250,000. Imagine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And also the guys who's obviously, sometimes when you go court, you gotta embellish the claim and add more things in there.
Yeah, of course.
They're also talking about how
we're here kind of vibe.
It also said that the other restaurant copied the layout of their website and the look and feel of its restaurants. So yeah, man, they're just basically just saying they're copying everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
And the best Indian restaurant win.
But yeah, that's it for a Woke Joke.
Thank you. Let's get into our last headlines of today.
All right, people. So big trigger warning on this one. Very sad news, man. And Wayne Brown from the West Midlands Fire Service, who is the UK's first black chief fire officer, was sadly found dead on Wednesday morning. A spokesperson for the service said that his death was not being treated as suspicious. At the time of his death, Mr. Brown was being investigated over claims on social media relating to his academic qualifications. It's according to the reports, right? And the chair of the West Midlands Fire and Rescue Authority, Greg Brackenridge, said in a statement on Wednesday evening, "We are devastated to report that our chief fire officer, Wayne Brown, was this morning on the 24th of January found dead at his home address. The death is not being treated as suspicious by the West Midlands Police. All our thoughts and love are with his family, his friends, and his colleagues. We ask everyone We ask everyone that his family and his colleagues are given time and space at this tragic time. It's understood that Mr. Brown had been in a top position for a year since he was promoted from deputy chief officer in January last year." Sad, man. Next headline, big trigger warning here, and apparently mosques and churches have become targets of destruction in Nigeria's Central Plateau region amid escalating tensions over a fatal clash involving cattle. Always, Nigeria, this is what you're known for.
I can't speak on them anymore. Till I go safely and come back. Let's type me on the get them like, excuse me, ma'am, can't enter.
It's a damn shame, man. But the incident unfolded in Mangu and claiming the lives of 8 individuals as cattle wandered onto the road, obstructing traffic and triggering a series of violent confrontations. The state governor has implemented a 24-hour curfew in Mangu to curb further violence. BBC report states that 6 mosques and 2 churches were burnt down in the mayhem. Because of this. The violence started in Mangu, like I said, in Plateau State, following an unsuccessful attempt by armed thieves to steal Fulani cattle. This according to the local media reports as well. The chaos ensued after the cows escaped during the altercation, leading to deaths and destruction. Both Christian and Muslim communities targeted places of worship, causing further unrest. Despite a curfew, unconfirmed reports suggest clashes continue. And the last headline brings us back to the UK, where zombie-style knives will be banned under new legislation as James cleverly defended the government's record of tackling violent crime. The Home Secretary said that he will seek to close a loophole outlawing the deadly weapons with an amendment to the Criminal Justice Act in 1988, introduced to Parliament on Thursday. The blades were first banned in 2016, but ministers hope these tighter measures will stop some retailers being able to sell dangerous knives and machetes without breaking the law. Asked why the legislation has taken so long, the minister said, "We have already taken action to make the carrying of zombie knives illegal. When I became Home Secretary, I made an immediate decision to go further, to put forward this secondary legislation to support what we've already done to make the possession of zombie knives illegal and to close that loophole." Announcing the measures, he added, "We cannot let them be sold to children, and we must give young people a way out of violence." The ban coming into force from September will make it illegal to possess, to sell, to manufacture or transport these zombie-style knives and machetes. It's the same thing that Idris Elba was campaigning for.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction. Of course I can. Everybody failed. Everybody got... Nobody scored in their match. Namibia, Mali, both drew 0. South Africa, Tunisia, 0. Tanzania, I was going to say Dr. Congo. Tanzania and DR, the Democratic Republic of Congo, 0. Zilch all round. And then Zambia, Morocco. Zambia lost to Morocco. Morocco scored 1. It's not Morocco, they'd be the judges. So yeah, there's that. Not very exciting.
Our Afcon correspondent, Chijoke, sent me, I think that's probably him. But he sent me a link. I don't think we can play it though. It's a YouTube link. Oh. But basically, I think he wants to laugh at the frustrations of the Ghanaians.
You used to, man.
You obviously got, who got dropped out of the bloody group stages.
Oh, they're gone now?
Yeah, man.
That's a shame.
That's why they sacked the manager yesterday as well.
They sacked the manager?
Yeah. Said he wasn't good for nothing.
Is it whose legs was on the pitch? That's so cheeky. Morning.
Morning, guys. Sorry, I didn't know whether I should call in because it looked like you were covering it well. So
no, it was just 0 to report, babes. Literally.
Yeah, but I think the only thing I was also going to add is the Ivory Coast manager got sacked.
Oh, man. Damn.
Sorry, quick question. Do these coaches play for other teams as well? Like, you know how you got it, obviously footballers can play for Senegal one day, but then play for Arsenal the next day, right? Is that the same with coaches?
As in play
As in...
Like they have non-state teams that they coach as well?
Not all of them. A lot of them will just have
it's rare.
Yeah.
So they really have a job.
Yeah.
Yikes.
When you say it's rare, it happens?
I'm sure Gus Hiddink was managing Chelsea and Russia, or one of them. There was a time when it happened where he had and then he obviously had to make the decision to drop the club. Like internationally, it's that's why I say it's rare. It does happen, but it's rare.
There you go. Yeah, they have a job, man. Well, they are.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ivory Coast is out, yeah?
No, so this is it. This is it because no, this is what I'm saying. So remember when I said that they got battered in the last game? So he lost. So I think the expectation was they were going to top that group, but they had to wait until these last few games to even figure out if they were still in.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's there's been that. In fact, but I mean, well, they're obviously hoping that whatever happens, and they must have not liked what he was doing from before. And I'm pretty sure that in fact, the Nigerian manager, they were saying he was close to being sacked before the tournament as well.
That one.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
Playboy. I thought he said they win.
No.
They'll be waiting for them at the door in the land.
Yeah, no, Afcon is always there for crazy sackings or people just... There's always a decision like floating about because I'm sure there's still rumblings in the Cameroon camp about the whole Onana situation.
I like that guy's name.
Yeah, I think he likes it too.
Love that.
Yeah, honestly, very, very arrogant. But no, I was also going to talk about, because Nigeria are facing Cameroon in the knockout stages.
Ooh.
So that's one of the bigger games coming up on Saturday as well. So yeah.
Okay, dope.
We need to have some pubs, Nigerian pubs, where I can go and watch these games. I like going to the pub to watch games. So I've got to
I was about to ask you.
And it was boxing. Did you do for love, eh?
Yeah,
Sorry, Chijake.
No. I was just saying. There are a few games coming up on the weekend. So
nice.
Yeah. So I mean, let's just go. So Angola are actually through, and they're facing Namibia. So that's the first game on Saturday.
Okay.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Pick up Angola.
And then, and Equatorial Guinea are facing Guinea. On Sunday as well. So there's a few games coming up. Okay. And Mauritania as well, they qualified and they're facing Cape Verde on the Conquerors of Ghana. They're facing them on Monday.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was literally about to ask you, did Cape Verde qualify? But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, they finished top. So yeah, they did really well. Them, Equatorial Guinea, there was quite a few big results in terms of people going out, because Algeria is now out.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was that. Yeah. So some big boys just went.
Morocco was qualified, right?
Morocco's through. So Morocco are facing South Africa. That'll be the last knockout game on Tuesday.
Okay. Is Nigeria out yet?
Nah.
Okay.
Are you a witch? Why did you say
he said yet? You
should imagine.
Brent.
No, I just wondering.
You know what it is?
When you call
it's because of where I went for Ghana, isn't it?
You really have Ghana. And I'm giving you uninterrupted airtime to just cuss them. And you have a Ghanaian on the panel and he ain't saying nothing.
I know. I agree with Brent in that. I hope Nigeria wins, because Monday I'm not trying to hear you speaking with a lower tone.
I will talk. But did you not? I'm come here professionally. I will be as professional as I have been.
Professionally.
Oh
dear.
You said it would
I hope so.
Oh, I was also going to say as well, I don't know if you can show, there's a link that I found about one security person in Afcon. Let me just see if I can send it.
Miss Mariah. Have you got contact details, Mariah?
Miss Mariah?
Yeah. I'll probably get it from Temi, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because when did she say that she was stopping the...
I think she's changed it, so I think around Easter.
Beautiful. So people still have time to send in stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Somebody that contacted the page to say that she got a lot of stuff and she wants to give it to Miss Mariah.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, which is amazing. All right, let me just forward this to myself.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Chijake.
He has sent something.
Yeah.
Oh, you just said something?
Yeah, said the video.
Okay, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say that was the link, but yeah, I will. I was also going to say as well, I don't know if there's going to be any other sports spoken about, because I know Ebony's always complaining, like, why is it always football?
So you're going to do some more research and then provide it for us?
I can do some.
Create some work for yourself. Right then, I like your voice though. So yeah, man. It sounds like
okay. I'll try. Yeah, no, I'll try my best because there's I know NFL tennis is on, Australian Open. There's a few things I can.
My G.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop saying that you sound like Sally from now on. You're doing God's work now.
I still don't understand that one, but
Yes,
okay.
Fernandez is getting on too. Don't worry about him, man. He's not good.
No, you know what it is.
Hey,
he's
what is
still
this guy
upset
doing?
because he's still upset. I know.
Whoa!
Security check.
I mean,
You gotta be safe.
Is that a man?
He said.
Is that a woman? That's a woman. That's a woman. That's not a man.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see the breastplate? Got some lumps.
Are you sure it's not bulletproof vest?
See the lumps? That's a woman.
Men have breasts.
But that looks like a woman. Look how pretty she is.
I can't see far, so let me put my glasses on.
Man, does that look like a woman?
Because you know
fair
this, my thingies, I'm checking on the live.
Yeah, man.
My screen's small, isn't it?
That's a woman.
My spectacles out.
Shame on you, Chijoke.
I just got earrings and all sorts.
Look.
I just got little earrings, right?
Yeah, this is alright then.
No, play again. Let me see in motion. See her in motion.
That's how women touch breasts. Look. That's a woman.
Oh, yeah, that's a woman. Yeah, but still there. Grab me up like that.
Yeah, I know my people. Chijoke doesn't. That's right.
Bruh.
The only other thing I wanted to mention is Liverpool are through to the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah,
He's still on the line.
Serious?
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, yeah, that's fine. See you guys.
Thank you, man. Have a good day, man.
All right.
Thank you, Chijoke. Have a lovely day.
So, yeah, man. Liverpool are through to the Carabao Cup final after a 1-1 draw with Fulham at Craven Cottage. But basically, they won 3-2 on aggregate, long story short. Yeah, there's not much to the story. That's literally it. But yeah, they're through to the final, man. They're going to be playing Chelsea next month.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
So you're rushing Chijoke off the phone today?
No, I didn't even know. Sorry.
All right, nice. Let's get into our outro, please. All right, people, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it every single time. We got everyone that called, Ebony, Saleh, and our correspondent, Chijoke. Mm-hmm. Don't forget you can donate for Ebony's sepsis walk. The link is in the chat. Mm-hmm. Can you tweet the link into the community as well? Put that in there.
Yeah, I'll put it there.
Lovely, thank you.
So I'll also put it in the description and
Perfect.
the first comment on the video.
Perfect. Yes. So if you're listening, go and check it out, please. Donate wherever you can. Mm-hmm. Every little helps. So that's great. Also, I was gonna say, don't forget to like the video, please. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that great stuff. If you listen to us on Spotify, don't forget you can leave comments. Let us know your thoughts on the episodes, and as we do here and there, we will read them out. Mm-hmm. Also, you can just rate us 5 stars. It's great. And if you're listening on Apple as well, you can actually leave comments. Here's the thing with comments, right? 5 stars are greatly appreciated. 4 stars if it's really burning on your heart. Anything below than that, I'd rather you just didn't live in. I'm very with you. But also, as well, if you have like criticism, don't show up our yash to the world. You know? DM us and then leave something nice over there. Thank you very much. All right, let's just be helping ourselves kind of vibe. Follow us on our social media platforms as well. The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. If you want to call in, the number is 075-6484-1073. You're also more than welcome to send your dilemmas over there as well, via text message, WhatsApp, all that great stuff. You can send voice notes in as well. And if you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, also the email for dilemmas, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Black is always spelled with an X, BLXCK. Have a great day, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.